So now we're live.
Wow, we're live?
We are live.
We love live.
We love live.
Live. I thought we
Live.
said we're not going to talk about the Maki profile pictures.
You know what? Well, what's Maki?
Yeah,
what's
what
arms?
What is a Maki?
What's arms?
What is arms? I don't even know what arms is.
Who are you?
I'm you, but stronger lol.
Dude, nice. Welcome to the Undercooked podcast.
All right. I'll actually do the intro now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Undercooked podcast. I'm your host, Spork McBag, and I'm joined once again by
Hello,
the
everyone.
infinite.
I'm Scott, president of Outlaws Pizza.
Oh my god!
Have you heard of Hatsune Miku?
Okay, you did not do well. I thought you were
All
going
right, that exceeded my expectations. That certainly exceeded my expectations. I will give you that one.
I'm right.
Fucking hell.
And I'm Ethan Dorr.
And today is a very special episode of the Undercooked podcast. We're going to be talking about Super Mario
Sonic
Odyssey.
Forces.
Yeah, that too. Maybe just a
Oh.
bit. When we deter off the path and find a new addition to the cast, maybe.
You
But-
can say that every captain needs a crew.
Yeah, we could say that. So we're gonna dive right on in to the Mario Odyssey. How did you guys feel about the game?
That's when you
No
Mario.
fucking intro. No intro at all.
There's no intro.
No, just
There's
getting
no
right
segue.
into it. Yeah, no segue at all.
Right into the news, as they say.
Yes. Anyway, expectations were very high. We learned about this game first in the trailer for the Switch, the first reveal
Yeah, 1
trailer.
year ago.
Yes.
And my god, I was just like, oh, it's like a regular 3D Mario, not a big deal, whatever.
Really?
Fucking, yeah, I thought nothing of it when that trailer came out. I was like, oh, it's just another 3D Mario. Probably
I was
3D
excited
World
because it didn't look like 3D World, so that made me excited.
2. I saw the rings, and I was like, okay, 3D World 2. Those were in the game, whatever. Okay. I thought nothing of it. What did you think about it, Rad? At that point?
My. Okay.
Oh
so
my Shinderu.
I was instantly hyped when I saw it at the Switch reveal. I knew it was going to be something special, and just like my hype was just confirmed with that E3 trailer, which I think is when everyone was like, "Okay, it's
But
going to
we're
be the best game
forgetting
ever."
we're forgetting the original reveal trailer.
Yeah,
for
I mentioned the
cover.
original reveal trailer. That's what got me hyped. Unlike everyone else, they're just
Oh,
like,
I thought
it's
you were
Mario.
talking. I thought you were talking about the the original Switch reveal. They had a little bit of gameplay in it, and I was like,
That
oh
one.
shit.
Yeah, like the trailer, and they're like, and Mario jumps out of the manhole.
No, not that one. The one before, like when the Switch first got revealed.
I didn't
in
watch
October.
the Switch presentation. I just saw the
No,
trailers.
not the presentation.
Oh, you mean like that 2 seconds of gameplay?
Yes. We
Oh
were
yeah,
talking about that.
that's gonna get me very hyped. I'm just like, oh sweet, it's gonna be a Mario game. Neat.
And then once the presentation rolled around, I was just like, oh, this looks pretty cool actually. And then they got like Miyamoto. They got Miyamoto talking about it. They got fucking what's his name, Koizumi, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He did an excellent job with the game, by the way. I think he's going to be directing more Mario games in the future. Hopefully, I hope so.
Should be.
When they showed off New Donk City.
Yeah, and people were
That was
just like,
under.
"Oh, it's going to be Sonic 06, but for Mario! Oh shit!"
No, I thought people said Sonic Adventure because like Mario can do the rolling attack. He can jump up in the air. They later revealed a vocal theme. Pauline's voiced by Tails.
That's true, they did. Yeah, but the original trailer was that got me a little more hyped. I was like, "Oh shit, it's a Mario! It's an open world kind of Mario."
Then
Not
E3
open
hit.
world, and then E3, and it was just like, "What the fuck is this? What am I looking at?" And it's such a
This is more
fucking
perfect.
well-crafted trailer too, because in the beginning it's just you're in a field and there's like a dinosaur, and you're like, "What the fuck? Wait, what is this
Is this
game?"
Monster Hunter?
Yeah, everybody asked, "Is this Monster Hunter?" And then Mario fucking jumped at it. Everyone was like, "Mario!" And then
God
at the,
damn,
end,
it's
at
Mario.
the end of the trailer too, they tied it all back around, and then it showed Mario going back into the T-Rex, and it's like, "Oh, okay." It's like,
Mario
I
can
get
be a
it.
T-Rex. All right.
The T-Rex made sense at the end. You're like, "Oh shit, I forgot about that for a second."
I did catch the Treehouse gameplay after that was a new donk, and that got me super hyped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that game looked fucking awesome, and
Oh.
I was hyped ever since E3.
Yeah, and I think the trailer they showed in the direct, they showed off Seaside and Snow Kingdom, where was the one that got everyone just like super into it.
Wasn't too big of a fan of Chiveria at the time, simply because it just looked really dark. And I mean, they only showed it in the first part. Oh yeah, speaking of, there's going to be spoilers in this, so
Obviously,
I think this is like I think we
watching-
should just give like a minor warning if we're about to say
Yeah.
something huge. That's when we should go like, okay, go home.
well, just
Go
how
home.
there's
would
going
you
to be
say go home
spoilers
right now?
There's going to be spoilers scattered about this podcast, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would maybe avoid it if you haven't played the game yet.
If
But
you
if
don't
you don't
want
care,
your precious
whatever.
Mario game spoiled, I'm sorry. We'll have a meme episode next week to make everyone happy.
I saw
Can't
this,
watch
this dumbest article. It was like Mario fans are too sensitive to
I
spoilers.
saw that.
That
That's
was
from
so
Kotaku,
stupid.
so you know it has no reason to exist because
Yeah.
Kotaku's terrible.
The comments are spoiling. Okay.
Yeah, and they had like the thing where
They're like a bunch of
people, they
fucking,
were
like,
like,
edgy
"Stop
bitches."
spoiling Star Wars in the comments, guys."
What the heck?
Anyway, but
Stop spoiling a 2-year-old movie.
then there was the E3. No, there was a demo. Why'd I say E3?
Oh,
Man,
the
I never
demo.
got to play it.
I did, on the other hand. It was fucking amazing, and I went to it every weekend to
it.
go play it.
I
Ethan
was
almost got to.
unsick. The game came out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got
Yeah.
sick. You got sicker in the time that the demo was circulating.
Yeah,
That sucks.
and then
The game.
the game
out.
came out, and I remember I got home from school, and I'm like, okay, I play this game right now. Oh, and I didn't see him anywhere. I was like, "Mom, is it here yet?" And he's like, "Oh no, I think it's supposed to be today." I went to my room and it was in my bed. I'm like, "Oh okay." I should stop ordering.
For
things.
me, I got the game the day afterwards. And
I went to the midnight release and got it a little bit earlier than everybody else did.
Yeah. But then I just like
played
put
it
in
that night, and it was.
I
Just,
put it in the game and played it for like 5 to 6 hours straight.
Yeah, I played it. I played it for a couple hours that night.
4 to
I
5
didn't.
hours.
I didn't go to sleep. I was just like, I have to play that game more. I'm not done. I'm not done
Yeah.
playing this.
you
And I
never
beat
know
it.
policy.
I beat on
Honestly.
Saturday. I beat on Saturday Night Live, or was it Sunday? I can't remember.
I
I'm
beat it
still-
on Saturday night.
I'm
Live.
still trying 100% to complete the game, so you can tell I'm never.
Oh,
gonna
I've
beat that policy.
100%. Okay, I think we should go over our process. I've 100%ed it. I think Spark is.
I'm on my
pretty-
way there, but
He's
we've
pretty close.
all-
Ethan's is a decent length away.
We have
I'm
all
like
beaten the
500
Champions
moves there,
Road of
yeah.
the game, essentially.
Yeah, we've all beaten that, and we all know what the we all know
Endgame.
what the 100% reward is, and we're going to discuss that at the end because I have a lot to say about it.
Overall, the game was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun
Well,
with
in
it.
spoilers,
Oh,
I
shit.
think I think the reveal. I mean, I think the 100% reward is fine. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what I think.
It's okay,
But
you know.
anyway.
It's what you'd expect. Also, I just flashed something on the screen by accident, but hopefully I can edit that out.
I
Anyway,
wasn't a huge fan, to be honest, of the opening cutscene
oh, I love
because
that.
I feel like it
just starts in the
I feel
midst
like it
of
was
action.
a bit too. I think like it gets you in the action, but like I feel it was a bit too like fast. It was just like boom, suddenly action, woo, no opening. But I guess I didn't want to do a Galaxy thing again, where they try to act like everything's okie dokie. Then they're like, nope.
Yep.
I
no okie dokie
personally,
Adventure Club.
I was okay with that in Galaxy, but I didn't want that again. I don't like the whole, oh yeah, everything's perfectly fine. Oh man, Bowser showed up and fucked everything up.
Yeah, and
I don't like
64
that.
was like
I
a mystery.
I like it that it's where Bowser has already fucked everything up, and you have to go fucking get everything back.
And
I enjoy
64, it was like a mystery though. Like, where is everyone? And then you go in and Bowser's like, trick
Bowser's
everyone
like-
on the
Yeah,
wall.
Bowser's like, gotcha, idiot.
And then you go to the Cap Kingdom.
yeah,
Ethan-
Mario dies in
Ethan's
this
dead.
game. Yeah, Ethan.
Yeah,
Ethan-
Mario dies and he goes to Hell, which is the Cap Kingdom.
Honestly,
like
I
Luigi and
love,
the
I
Lammy.
love the aesthetic of the Cap Kingdom.
Cap
It's
Kingdom,
so nice.
You don't do too much when you first visit there, but it's such a great kingdom.
Well, anyway, I guess we didn't say what happened to Mario. Mario got his ass kicked by Bowser and was tossed off to another kingdom, and his hat got shredded in the process. And Cappy picked up a piece of it, and it looked like a hunk of meat, and he just flew down to where Mario landed.
Hunk of meat, that's foreshadowing.
He did look like a hunk. The hat, when he was holding it, it just looked like a big old fucking slab of steak or some shit. I don't know if Vinny said
Cap
that.
Kingdom was a pretty great kingdom.
It was.
Like, after you get to go back to it after you first visit and you can actually do stuff there, it's great.
I think
30 or
it's a
40
nice
moons
tutorial,
there
though.
once you beat the game.
Yeah. You get to explore the fog, and that you get to do some bonus rooms based after the frogs and stuff. And I love the frogs. It
Frogs
just
are
has a great aesthetic, great music.
It's a great way of introducing the capture mechanic. I think it works really well.
And I love the tuxedo you can buy there. Very classy.
Very classy indeed. He looks like a magician. He does. He looks like. Oh, I think I know what that is. Actually, it's the Mario All Stars magician costume.
Oh yeah, it is. I think.
Oh,
That's what it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure.
I never realized that. Anyway.
Oh yeah, and that's also when you first encounter the Brutals.
Yes, you work your way up the tower, and at the very top there is this ship flying around with a weird radio, and those are the new, I guess, we call them the Koopalings, I guess, because it's kind of what they're supposed to be, but they're not actually the Koopalings.
They're okay.
They're creative.
they're so brutal.
Yeah, they're very brutal.
They're all right.
And I like them. I like them quite a bit because they're not the Koopalings for once.
Their boss fight though, they're really mediocre.
Yeah, they're.
Expect the poison one
easy.
you can beat with like never having to move at all. Basically,
Yeah.
that one's like the other ones are really
You can
easy,
sit
but that
right
one's
next
just
to
like
him.
stupid easy. That's Sonic CD boss levels of easy.
Unless you're a babby, then you can take that guy out pretty fast. But the first fucking guy is a piece of cake, and you work your way over to the Cascade Kingdom, which is probably one of my favorite in the game.
I think all of them are my favorites.
It's
great,
hard. It's
but-
hard to pick a favorite, honestly, because this game is just full to the brim of shit.
Yeah,
And I love it.
Cascade, you can become Granddad. I always loved that addition.
Yes, the granddad costume is.
That's the first time you get to possess the T-Rex. Also,
Yeah.
and I think the game has a great progression. You start off in the small linear Cap Kingdom. Of course, more opens up there later. Then you go on to the Cascade, which is a bit less linear, but still pretty small.
There's
then,
plenty of pathways to go off.
Later on, of course, you go on to the Sand Kingdom, or as I call it, Toast, which
Honestly,
is
I was not expecting to get the
game, I'm pretty
dinosaur that fast.
yeah, but it's awesome.
I liked it, but I was just like, "Oh, we're getting this already? Okay."
Gets you very interested in the idea of
Yeah,
captures.
it's
for
just
sure.
like, "Oh shit, let's
My
go."
problem with Cascade is that when I first saw the trailer, it looked really big, and then when I actually got there,
It's not that big.
It's not too big, but I think it's perfectly fine. They sure packed a fuck ton of stuff to do in there,
Yes.
and including the first 2D section of the game.
Oh, that was cool.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the
love-
2D sections a lot. People complain about those, believe it or
No.
not.
Yeah, Pro Jared.
I don't know why, because
Well,
I
he
think
said
that they're
Pro Jared
great.
about it. I haven't seen his video.
My
They're
favorite
fun.
part is the transition from regular music to 8-bit music when you enter that
Yes,
pipe.
great.
That was cool. Yeah.
They're more creative than every single new Super Mario Bros. Game. Some of those are really inventive.
Yes. Especially
And
the one
I love-
in the Spoiler Kingdom.
Yes. Well,
We'll get
we'll go
into that
when we get
later.
into Omega spoilers. We'll give like a friggin' alarm then.
Right.
Yep.
And
But,
then you make your way up to the top, and there is a brutal by the name of Madame Brutal.
She's okay. Also,
She has a golden chain chomp, so I have respect because chain chomps
She's
are
fat.
the fucking best. Yeah, and she has boob physics
really
as well,
fat.
by the way,
I hate
Um,
fat people. Why? Why did you have to point that out?
because it's funny. It's a funny joke.
Do you mean like her fat stomach of pure fatness jiggling because she's fat and
Yes.
obese? Yeah,
And
she's
her
fat.
Fucking
She's an obese.
fatty tits.
Another mediocre boss battle.
I actually
I-
really enjoyed that one.
I like
was-
that one.
I love
It
slamming
was
the
creative,
chomp into
though.
her face.
It was a bit more creative, yeah.
It's very satisfying to slam the fucking chomp into her face.
Oh yes, but we didn't mention the Cascade Kingdom music. One of the best songs in the game,
Oh,
no
yeah.
doubt.
If not the
trailer
best.
For,
Oh, it's so great.
that's how good it is. A trailer
It
music.
feels like Galaxy, and I'm not opposed to that whatsoever. I think
I can't
think
give it
it's
enough
fantastic.
praise. It's one of the best songs in the game.
If
Yeah.
not the best.
Well,
Yeah.
we can have a whole heated discussion about
Yeah,
many-
there
so
could-
many
that's
great
another discussion for another day, or maybe it is for this episode. I don't know.
Anyway,
Yeah, but then there's a ship that Cappy told you about beforehand, and it's called the Odyssey. Yada yada yada. You get fucking
Named after
moons, you
Mario
shove it into
Odyssey.
it, and boom. And then you fly away in this really nice cutscene, and
Yep.
it really gets you pumped for the adventure. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
it was. That just put a huge smile on my face as they just
Yeah.
flew away. And Mario's "Here we go." As he,
Like the nervous
as he
"Here we
flew
go"?
away. I was like, no, it wasn't nervous. He was like,
It was excited.
"Here we go."
it was a mix of
I love
both.
it. Not really. He looked pretty happy as he was going.
Yeah.
But
Both Mario and myself had a fucking huge ass smile on their face.
Like I said about the great progression, then you just go into the Sand Kingdom, Toast Arena, which is
the
like
worst level in
one
the
of the
game.
biggest in the game.
Oh
The
yeah,
worst
that
level
one's
in the game.
that
Why?
one's like
I'm just
What?
kidding. It's not.
okay.
It's not bad.
I
at all.
was
It's
gonna say,
amazing.
it's like you get into like one of the smallest kingdoms, and then you immediately go into one of the biggest.
Yeah, there's. I don't know how, but they made a desert level incredibly fun.
Yes.
Mario games have always had this bad habit of making desert worlds like really
Shifting
boring.
Sandland was fun.
I wasn't a huge fan of Shifting
Shifting-
It's a
Sandlands.
pretty difficult level too.
It's difficult, yeah, but
Oh,
I,
yeah.
What about
never, I was
Dusty?
never a huge
No, bad
fan.
example.
Dusty Dune.
That level's pretty mediocre.
Yeah, it's Mario games have always just kind of been like, oh yeah, here's a level, there's a pyramid, Egyptian shit. Okay, whatever.
Sandland's fun though. Fight
But
you on
they
that.
managed to make it really unique and new, and I like that because it's
They
got the
based off
inverted
more
pyramid.
like Mexico than I think Egypt.
Yes.
It was actually based off of Koizumi's trip to Mexico, and
That's why it's got like the skull candy, Dia de los Muertos guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love them. They're so good. I just love them.
They're always shaking.
I want to hug one because they're just so happy.
Yes,
And
but
just the aesthetic in general is really nice.
but this was the first kingdom to have like a real campaign in it, and you have to go on like an adventure to beat up the Brutals and stop the Toast Arena for being all frozen with all the ice all over.
it has been frozen over by some unknown force. We don't really know what happened.
I think
up
this is what we're going to
until-
start having like longer discussions about the kingdoms though.
I
Because
think-
Right. Yeah.
this is when they get way bigger.
I think that's because Bowser disrupted like the pyramid and everything, and like the pyramid it
He
was like a
took
trap or
he
something.
took the ring. So Knuckle Tech, that's the boss's name. He's like this giant ass head. With
He gets
these floating-
irate and freezes
Yeah.
the desert basically.
Yeah, and the people of the town are very confused because, you know, Cappy said beforehand on their way. As you can imagine, it gets fairly hot there.
Oh, can I talk
And
about one
then-
of the people there when it's frozen?
What?
So there's one person there, and it's like, oh no, that person owed me money, and the other person's like frozen.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
I didn't
love that. That's so good.
It's near the beginning of the level around
Oh, it's
this.
so good. Yeah, there's a guy frozen in ice, and then some other dude standing there next to him. He's like, "That guy owed me money."
Yep.
I think some of that kingdom had the most inventive moons because there's one where you go into
Yes.
like the crazy cap shop from the back door.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
love
That's
that.
Yeah, but what's great about the Sand Kingdom though is that it's just so much fun to traverse. Like going into the post game a little bit here, or just to post the missions.
Jack
But
seat.
like, yeah, the Jack Seat, you can just run around the desert at a super high speed and find a bunch of secret moons and go into some ruins. And
The Jack
the
Seat maze.
I think it might be the post game. I'm not sure. It might just be after you do the missions, but you can find the like the weird glider guy to just glide around the
yeah,
entire
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
go
level.
ahead on.
Yeah.
You can possess the bullet bills and go all around the level at a super high speed. The music is pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the music in the town.
Yeah. And
Not
I
the,
like
not the best tracks in the game. It's decent.
I like
Yeah.
the music in the ruins. The
Yes.
ruins
Oh, yeah.
probably has the best.
do 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 do
Okay,
do.
don't sing. Don't sing.
No, I was singing.
I will play.
No,
I will play it if I have to.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
but then Mr. Innocent Christoph Gavin will say not to put music. But instead, I'm
No.
going to be playing Fist Bump. But anyway,
No, are you actually gonna put Fist Bump to play?
I'm going to put Fist Bump throughout the entirety of the video.
Do not.
Please do
I'm
not.
kidding.
I will
wouldn't.
leave this. I will leave this cast.
I'm
I'm
kidding.
taking
I will
Ethan
never
with
do
me.
this.
I'm taking Ethan with me.
Are
We're
you
gonna
going
start
to
our
make?
own
Are you going to
cast.
make
We're gonna call
Catch
it Cast
22?
Catch 34.
Cast 34.
Cast 69 lol.
Cast.
Cast.
Don't actually put. Okay, you know what? Okay, around that time you mentioned it, you can play Fist Bump Ear Rape for about 5 seconds, but that's the only time you're allowed to play it. Like, play it right now. There you go.
All right, there we go.
That's the part where you put in Fist Bump Ear Rape. We're giving you more editing to do.
Anyway, back to the Sand Kingdom. Yeah, I like the ruins. I think it's a they managed to cram a lot of shit in there, and it's like a really small area compared to the rest of it. But they got a lot of stuff in there.
You get to play slots in it. You get to go fishing for the first time in the game.
Oh
which
yes,
is
Lakitu
something that's
fishing.
in the game.
Well, actually, not while it's frozen over, but Lakitu. No, Lakitu's frozen in that part.
Anyway,
Yeah,
that
you get
Captain
to
Toad
use Lakitu after it's
is
melt.
so evil.
What?
That,
Which
you
one?
know where Captain Toad is in the sand place?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
If you take Lakitu and go up a bit into like the sandier area of the oasis, there's fish there and you can fish up Captain Toad and it'll give you a moon.
Yep, that is
He
so
said
mean.
the air is so much fresher up here.
Funny.
He's just been suffocating in the fucking sand somehow.
Yeah.
Great.
Captain
I love
Toad finds himself in the weirdest situations, and I don't know how
The
he
entire
does.
game.
Yes.
Yep.
He's an
This
odd
game was
fellow.
good.
Well, anyway, let's talk about the bosses of this kingdom.
Knuckle
Tech.
Tech.
Tech was okay.
He
I
was very
enjoyed him.
fun. I liked the idea of capturing his arms and punching him with them. That was really
Yeah.
fun. And it uses similar
that was-
mechanics to the bullet bill, which is good game design to do that.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it has the same controls and everything.
Yeah. I guess it does. Yeah, that's a good eye. That's a good eye. Fucking, you can capture the fists, and it's like the bullet bills. That's exactly right. I never actually thought about it that way.
Yeah, it's good game design to do
It
stuff
eases you into
like
the
that.
mechanics.
Yeah,
Kinda
kind of
like
like how in 64 you throw King the Bomb, and then later in the game you have to throw Bowser.
It's kind of like how every boss that uses a transformation, it builds up on that transformation first, and then you do combat with it, and it's really
You'll
fun.
see this more throughout the rest of the game, and especially
Yes.
going back to Cascade for a moment. That's what you do with chain chomps. You learn how they work before you
Yep.
fight the boss.
But before we go back to there, we should probably check the action guide first.
Let's talk about that for a second. I don't like how they had it so where if you talk to an NPC, they would just open it up for you for no fucking reason. That was
Sometimes they
annoying.
do that. I really didn't like how Cappy would read you a tip every time you visit a kingdom for the first
I'm
time.
okay
Yeah, that
with
was
Before the
annoying
post
too.
game.
I
That
think
was
the
stupid.
action guide in the menu is perfect because it actually taught me how to do the dive. But other than that,
Yes, I was learning a lot of the new moves. Because I guess we have nowhere else to mention it, but Mario's moveset in this game is amazing.
Oh
It's
yes,
super
Best in the
nice.
series, no doubt. It has the correction, the platform correction of the spin attack and the hover nozzle with the cap and how it changes your air momentum.
Yes,
You can cap dive. You can dive from the air,
Ledge
from a
grabbing's
vertical
back.
height, horizontal. Almost all of Mario's jump move set, to my knowledge, in any of the games.
Ledge grabbing
Almost
is
all of them.
back from Sunshine
you can do a spin dash.
and Galaxy.
The
because-
roll for all that speed and there's different types of rolling.
Oh yes, the
mechanics
roll
you can do.
has actually seen an upgrade since 3D Land and 3D World.
I would agree with that. Yeah,
It's very
Just
very upgraded.
amazing.
I enjoy that.
And
it's one
you
of the better ways to move around in the game.
and
The
you get
ground pound
momentum,
jump.
unlike some other game.
Oh yes, the ground pound jump. The ground pound jump was rather
that
The
was
nice.
ground pound
3D
jump's
world.
very useful.
But it's
Yeah, but
super
the ground
useful.
pound jump is very well used in speed runs I've seen.
Yes,
Yeah,
people use it
I
a
use
lot.
it a ton to get two ledges I'm not supposed to.
Apparently, it was in 3D World. However,
Yeah.
none of us even knew that.
Yep, none of us.
I played a lot of. I beat everything aside from World Crown and 3D World, which I'll go back and do soon, probably.
Now that you beat the Champions Road of this game in 4 times, cheater.
We'll get to that in a little while.
We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later.
But yeah, the Sand Kingdom overall, I really enjoyed it. It was
Really great
It's a good starter kingdom, and after that, you get to a fork in the road, and you are to
Wait.
pick between 2 good kingdoms.
I think we all picked Wooded.
Yes.
Yeah, Wooded.
All right, so we're
simply
talking about
because
Wooded
of the music.
first.
Wooded, I enjoyed it a lot.
Wooded
its
was
music was
one of my
great.
favorites, just like all the other favorites.
Yeah,
Music's great. The atmosphere is great. The robots there are great.
people
Yes, the locals.
complain about that one. They say it's boring. I couldn't disagree more.
Shut
it's-
up.
I
Jesus,
could not
man.
disagree more.
Like it has the
with that.
stretchy things which are so fun to platform with. And it
The,
has the
yes,
uproots are
the
fantastic.
captures for those. You get to use the uproots where for some really creative platforming challenges. You can use the sherms, which are like tanks. You just get to blow everything up.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the first introduction of the Sherms, actually.
Yeah, music is one of my favorites in that level.
Yes,
Yeah,
it starts out with
yeah,
like an
yeah.
orchestrated theme, and then it gets to more of like a radio playing over like an intercom,
Oh yeah.
and it's really it brings you into the world more than anything else.
It's really good.
I think this was the last kingdom I played before I actually went to bed that night. and
See,
was the
continued
last I
playing the next
did
morning.
that day too.
It was the
Yeah, I
last.
got to.
Yeah, that's right. I just, for me, since I had to take hour breaks, I just finished half a sand and I had to take a break. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You have family.
just overall, the level is really fun to
don't
traverse.
have siblings who like video games. You have to switch it between all 4 of them.
You have to switch it.
Oh, no.
Oh yes, I wanted to mention
unintentional
this by the way. Someone got upset at me because apparently people actually do play ARMS. So
Oh, no.
I have a question. What's ARMS?
Rad.
Tell
I'm
us-
not
tell us
sure on
below,
what it
sir.
is.
Rad.
Yeah, what is ARMS?
Now send me hate. If you want to send me hate mail, please do it at need a fake
Our email at undercookedpodcast@gmail. Is that what it is?
Well, no, that's not our
Tell
email.
them
But
our
we're not going to say it
email.
out loud.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't our email. That's why I.
What,
Lied
are we
about
giving? Are we giving out the podcast email?
Not yet.
Just so-
Not
Okay,
yet.
let's not do that. Okay, everyone send it at
However,
Everyone
you
just
can
go send
call.
it to the YouTuber PewDiePie.
You can call at. Hold on. Where did he put his number at?
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course.
Oh my
But
My phone number was used to verify the account.
well, thanks for telling everybody that. Now they're gonna
No,
get
now,
us our
now
account.
someone's gonna hack into it
Good job.
or find out our incredibly obvious password.
Anyway, yeah, the Uproots.
Good level.
It has some of the best captures in the game. I agree. Well, I don't know about the best, but they're certainly really good. The Uproots are used quite a bit.
The level really opens up more the more you do in it.
Yes.
The story for the campaign. The
Especially
campaign
the
in it,
Deepwood.
great.
Deepwood sucks.
Oh, the Deep Woods, it's
oh
okay.
yeah.
You can use snapshot mode to cheat so you can see everything.
Hi,
Oh.
Game Explain here, and I'm going to tell you how to use snapshot mode in order to fucking see.
Why are you so mean to Game Explain?
Anyway,
You're welcome to
I found
the Game Explain discussion.
my only problem was too many of the moons there relied on moving the T-Rex to destroy stuff.
I like the T-Rex.
Well, yeah, but there
you
was
just
like
have
2
to
or 3
ram him
moons
into a
there.
tree, and then I'll be knocked out, and then you fucking.
Oh no! What I did is I would carry a seed, and then the T-Rex when he would run into me.
Oh yes,
the
you can
seed
just
would
throw the seed at him.
Oh, you
no,
can?
Oh, but then
That's a
yes,
thing?
you can just throw a seed at him and knocks him out.
I didn't even throw the seed. He just
I
ran
never
into
knew
me
that.
while
I
I was
just
holding
kept-
a seed.
I just kept hiding behind trees, and when he'd start charging at me, I just kept behind it. and he'd
But
fucking
then there's
ram
the
his face
one
into
moon
it.
in there. It's very important to mention this because out of 999 moons, it's very important to mention one moon.
Yep.
This moon. Okay, there's a sprout down there, and for some reason, Nintendo was like, "Okay, what you have to do is you have to possess a coin coffer, the things from 3D."
Oh
Land,
yes,
the
that
spot
one
out coins.
sucks.
Then you have to like blow at least 500 coins at that sprout in order to get a moon.
More
That
than
is so
500.
bullcrap.
It's ridiculous.
It
It's such a
just
stupid
took me
moon.
forever to get that. I mean, I had like 20 billion coins on me, and it took me like a minute or two to finally get that thing ground.
It
Drove me
was a
crazy.
pain in the ass because it's just like, how long is this? Because most of the other sprouts in the game, when you plant the seeds,
Yeah.
You
they
have to water
grow
them.
fairly quickly. And then
Yeah.
there's this one where you have to just sit there and constantly wait for it to grow, and it's taller than all the
It's
other
so
ones,
dumb.
mind you.
Yeah.
Like in the other ones, you either just wait, or on the seaside, I think you have to water them. But
Oh, okay.
in this
You don't have to
kingdom,
water on
it's
the
just
seaside.
okay. Well, okay, it's something you can do there at least. But in this kingdom, it's just like throw coins at it.
Yep.
Who would think to do that? It's so dumb.
Apparently,
pretty
Triple Q said that it wasn't a problem, but I disagree with Triple Q.
Well, you know what, Triple Q, whoever you are, KY,
Okay.
Kill your
Desu.
Heck you.
Heck you, idiot.
Kick you!
Heck
Yes.
you, you bitch.
Good Kingdom campaign was also really good, and
I'm
that
just kidding,
leads.
Triple Q, we love you.
We do love you.
Good week.
Amazing music.
Epic.
The
epic
boss
matchup.
you fight with the sprout.
Yes. Uproots versus the UFO thing, where you have to destroy the parts of it trying to soak up the flowers.
Yeah.
It was too easy, but it was fun.
Very, very easy boss, but certainly fun. I really enjoyed
Yeah,
that
where
one.
Bowser gets his flowers for his wedding.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I don't think we mentioned this. In all the other kingdoms, Bowser has gone by
Most
and
of them.
taken. Yeah, most of them anyway. He has.
Yeah, we
taken
did. We
something
mentioned the
from that
binding.
kingdom,
We mentioned the ring from Toast.
but we never said what he was using it for.
Yeah.
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 He's taking them to this wedding so that he can use them to marry.
Like almost every single kingdom,
the
he does that,
princess.
which is cool.
Most other kingdoms, anyway.
Yeah, and the Steam Gardens, just Steam Gardens, Wooded Kingdoms, great. I don't know if we mentioned it, but the Cap Kingdom was Bonneton. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Bonneton.
Steam
And the
Gardens.
Fossil Falls.
I
We
don't
should
know
probably
if
mention
he
the
was-
actual names along with them.
I don't think Fossil Falls. I don't think he got anything from there. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
it was
he
ever
didn't.
established.
It's the kingdoms you regularly visit. The
Right,
regular
anyway.
ones.
Steam Gardens is objectively the best area.
Steam
I love the
Gardens.
NPC that says that.
Oh yes, that's right. There is. There's a robot
There's
that
an
says
NPC
this
that
is
says that.
objectively the best region in the game.
Yes.
It's so wonderful, and I love it.
Okay. Is
It's
that all we
objective
have for
everyone.
Wooded?
Yeah, we talked about the boss. There's not a whole lot to it. You just go up to him with the
Great
uproot and
kingdom.
tickle his butt, and then he flips over, and you fucking just he's dead.
Oh, Lake Kingdom next.
And
Yeah,
then
Lake.
You fuck off to the next kingdom, which is Lake.
Where
Very
Bowser,
Yeah.
pretty small kingdom.
Bigger than Cascade, but not by much.
It's certainly nice, though. It's a really good looking.
Amazing music, very pretty.
Yes.
It's a good atmosphere to it.
The most water heavy kingdom in the game. And the
More
the
so
swimming
than-
controls, I'm not too big on them in Odyssey, but it doesn't really matter.
You can go down quickly, except when you ground pound, but that makes you stop for a second.
Oh, I do like that you can ground pound and then hit Y to go into a quick stem during
Yeah.
a ground pound.
Oh,
But you can just, and that's always fun.
I say the
That's
just possess the fish, and the swimming controls are automatically good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's decent. But the level
I think maybe that
itself
was the
very
point.
good.
Yeah.
Bowser's getting the Lock Lady dress.
Which
For
is
Peach.
his wedding dress that he's getting.
Yeah, from Lake Lamode.
Lake Lamode.
Yeah.
Lake Mamode. All right.
Oh,
pretty
anyway,
It's a good.
I
kingdom.
wanted to talk back on this, but the ring that Bowser gets for Peach is awesome. It's ginormous.
It's so big.
Anyway,
And
back
in
to it.
this, you fight the big boy. You fight the big brutals.
We already
the big brutal. He's very tall. We already talked about the brutals, but this guy is a piece of cake. Whatever.
Well,
Fuck
all
off.
of them
They
are
suck.
pieces of cake.
They suck.
Harriet later on in the game, maybe, and maybe the green guy.
The green guy is kind of hard in the final time.
Oh,
we
yeah.
had.
Oh yeah, he is pretty hard in one of the post-game kingdoms.
And and later on in the game as well. But yeah,
He's not that hard though. He's
Most
just the
of
only
them
one
are
that
just
brings up some of the
pushovers.
fight.
and they're the only boss that you fight in that kingdom.
It's a pretty
Um,
peaceful place.
Yeah, aside from the brutals, I think that there's nobody else.
It's a lot based on exploring. There's the zippers you can capture.
Yeah, there's plenty
to
of stuff to
uncover
do.
secrets. There's
But
the
you
cheap
don't-
cheats I already mentioned.
You don't
Just
need too
great
many to.
Oh, can we talk about the fashion contest one? Or was that fashion contest?
That was in the post game.
The
Well,
fashion contest.
it's part of there's 3 girls and they want you to each
That's
wear
right,
a
that's
different
right, okay.
costume.
It's in the post game. They're just like one wants you to be a pirate, one wants you to be a spaceman. Just
It was
whatever.
kind of a pain to go back and get
One's a
them.
cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the problem was I didn't have Spaceman at the time, so I had to go all
Nerd.
the way to a certain kingdom and then get it.
Yeah, I liked Lake overall. It was okay. You know, it's not my
It
favorite.
was a great kingdom.
but
It's
it's
one of my
good.
favorites, I think. Like all of them.
It
So
was one
really-
of my it's all right.
I think this is the kingdom I've heard the least fans of, aside from a certain post game one, which I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's a fine kingdom.
It's perfectly fine, and I do enjoy playing it, but it's far from my favorite. I think
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway,
there's
So,
not a whole lot
minor
left
spoilers.
to that.
This is
Spoiler
when we
alert,
start to get
ladies and
into-
gentlemen.
Minor
Minor
spoilers.
spoilers.
So
Not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
We-
Skip.
I'll put a
Don't
time-
skip. Don't bother.
yeah, just don't even watch the rest
It's,
of this.
it's not
You
that
don't
big of
want
a
spoilers.
deal, really.
From here
You
on
go-
out, there will be more spoilers than ever. So
Just put a
But
timestamp.
no,
for
when
New
we get to
Donk.
Omega spoilers, we'll give a thing there.
Just
Okay.
put like a timestamp for New Donk, and then that's
don't.
Wait, are you sure? I don't know if Spark wants to bother with that.
okay. Fair enough.
Okay, Spark, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't
All
do
right,
it.
I'll try, but if I'm too lazy, then I'm too lazy.
Okay.
So you get all the moons that you need in Lake, and you decide to move on to New Donk City, one of the more advertised kingdoms in the game, and you end up running into a
Bowser.
familiar friend
This is a good job.
on
Right
his
here.
airship.
Kingdom, like
Tasty.
You sound like Bowser, like trying to fucking. I don't know. Anyway.
Follow me on Twitter.
probably.
Follow me up for more intellectual comedy where I eat a jawbreaker.
Anyway, you decide to chase down Bowser, who is fairly close, and you end up in the Cloud Kingdom for at the first fight with Bowser.
It's just a boss arena of the Cloud Kingdom. I mean, there's more moons later, but yeah, just a boss.
It's a boss arena, but there's more moons that open up later.
In the
on.
post game, there's like about 20-ish moons. It's one of the smallest.
Oh
Tied
no,
for
the
another.
Cloud has 9 moons.
What?
Yeah,
I thought
Cloud
there
has
was
9.
9 moons.
I thought there was 15 20 for some reason. Yeah, there's about 10, I guess. It is tied for another kingdom for the smallest, if I'm correct.
Yeah, there's not too many in the other one, which we will discuss later on.
Yes.
But I think it's a nice looking kingdom, even if it isn't really a kingdom.
I kind of wish it was more fleshed out. I'm really sad there's no souvenirs. I really would have liked a bumper sticker for it. But it's just a boss fight and some bonus stuff in the post game. And the
I
boss
do
fight,
enjoy the boss fight.
The boss fight is
It was hilarious.
Bowser.
It was so funny to me. Okay, so when Bowser first throws his hat, I was like, okay, what do I do? And I hit the hat, and I jumped like into it, and it like just got on my head, and the fist came out. I'm like, I just died laughing at that. I don't know what it was. I was just like, oh, this is stupid.
And it's really satisfying, especially with the HD Rumble, just to shake the controller, which I guess you don't have to do, but whatever, and just punch Bowser in the face and knock him into the airship.
Well, you don't punch him in the face. You punch him in the cock.
Yeah. And I love how Bowser is like a combed mohawk in this game.
Yes, I love
That's
that.
so good.
Bowser's hair is super snazzy in this game. Like, it's really nice.
Yeah, there wasn't much to talk about here.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then after that, Bowser's like, "You suck, Mario," and he freaking beats the crap out of the Odyssey, and you fall into even minorer spoilers, Lost Kingdom, which was kind of shown off, kind of.
They didn't.
They just said.
And they never announced it, but they showed off like 3 seconds of footage.
Islands. There's other kingdoms like tropical islands. And then they
showed off like 3 seconds of footage of it, but
they
never really said they never dropped the name or anything else.
But yeah, Lost Kingdom's okay.
A little bit bigger than Link.
Yeah, it's fun certainly, but again, this is one of the kingdoms that I was just like, oh, this is okay.
Great music. It's just a sort of like, it's kind of themed like those Poison Forest levels from the new Super Mario Bros. Games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's what the trees are a lot like those.
It has one of my favorite captures, the Tropical Wiggler, which is the only appearance of Wigglers in this game. And you get to use them like an accordion for some creative platforming.
They're very fun. Yeah, those are one of the funner enemies in the game.
More funner,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Those are good enemies.
It's pretty cool. You can wear your boxers here if you want. I haven't mentioned the boxers yet. I wasn't trying to bring them up.
Well, you're not able to change unless you go all the way to the top of the hill.
Yeah, which is where the shop is.
The cap. Yeah.
Pretty neat kingdom. I like it.
What I wasn't a fan of though was Cappy getting taken.
That happens for like 10 seconds.
I know, but even still, I was just like, oh boy, here we go.
You guys really do suck at video games. We'll get into that later.
It's not like it sucked. It was just like, oh, okay, we're going to do this now. Wonderful. And so I went up there and they killed the bird.
Good job.
Animal abuse. Anyway, there's not a whole lot to talk about here. There's no bosses.
Great kingdom, though. Pretty fun.
It is fun, yeah.
Yeah, and then we go on to probably one of the biggest. It's that or Toast.
The biggest and best kingdoms of
Toast
the game.
has the more moons, but I think New Donk is bigger. That's how it goes.
It's more big vertically, I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure Toast is more horizontal stuff. And we are at New Donk City, the Metro Kingdom.
The best kingdom in the game.
Also, does Lost Kingdom have like a side name abbreviated? I know that Cloud was Nimbus Arena.
I don't
It
believe
probably does, but we don't know.
Poison Lake, that's the name.
Poison Lake? That's what it is?
Yeah, that's the name now. That's the canon name.
Name.
Oh, and look it up really quick. Say something funny.
Oh, I was gonna say something about Lost. I forgot to. I hate when your cap gets stolen because it just really shows how much you rely on Cappy.
Yeah, it shows how much he's necessary for the platforming.
Yep.
Forgotten Isle.
Forgotten Isle. Okay.
Forgotten Isle, everyone.
Very creative name.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway, New Donk. Oh my God.
This one is one of the more fun kingdoms. It's
it was probably my favorite before post game.
But when you actually get there, it's a little dark when you first show up. There's not much to do because Bowser has. Is this going to happen every time we mention Bowser?
Yes.
Yes. No, I was just doing it because you were saying something not stupid.
Oh, I need to say something stupid?
Yeah.
Yes.
Homer,
Homer.
Homer, we're in Undertale.
We're in New Donk City. Speaking
You
of,
think
Don't.
someone should make like a count of like how many episodes we go without mentioning Homer in Undertale?
It'll be like the counter will never exceed 1.
It'll never exceed 0.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, New Donk.
So Bowser has placed a new enemy to this game. I guess he's the second kind of Wiggler in this game.
Yeah, there's
The
two.
Mecha Wiggler. He's positioned on top of the tower. I don't know what the tower is actually called. I don't care. It's the Empire State Building, essentially.
yeah, pretty much.
Not
Oh,
that big.
I forgot to mention the music in Lost Kingdom. It's decent.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
It's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, back to this.
Back to the better music of the
New
game.
Donk's pretty good with music. I like it.
It's
We'll go
very
for that in a second.
atmospheric. Because
When you first get there, it's atmospheric.
yeah, and
Very
also,
dark and moody.
Also in the later on versions of the town. Anyway, you work your way over to the tower, and the Wiggler's waiting on you, and he fucking knocks you off the tower. And yeah, it proceeds to a boss fight, which the boss fight's really fun.
Yeah, especially
I enjoyed
on
that
the,
one.
Oh wait,
And you
that's
use the
post game.
sherms?
Never mind.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get to use the sherms and fucking just shoot the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
There's not much to say about the boss, really. You just kind of shoot
shoot.
and you collect triple moon.
Fun boss.
The level starts out more linear, but it moves on to be much more open after.
Suddenly, it's a huge brawling city. And I would say this. Great music.
I love how
And-
I love how when you first go there when it's dark, like Bowser's advertising's like everywhere.
Yes, and
He
I have to
is-
say this. I think that this kingdom has the best use of the capture mechanic.
I agree. I agree with that.
Yes,
Um,
you can capture like the little traffic posts and just go flying. Go ahead, Ethan.
I wouldn't say so. I prefer the Sand Kingdom for its captures, but this one's
Really?
pretty good as well.
But anyway, you can capture those and just go fly. You can capture a taxi to get to a secret room. You can capture a little dude and start controlling an RC car. Oh, just so much in this kingdom. It probably has the most. Even though the Sand Kingdom has more moons and one of the post game kingdoms technically has more, I think this one has the most content in it.
I believe
Yes.
that this one at the base level has 69 moons.
Yeah.
Haha, funny.
Dude,
But-
funny.
I
The
think it
81
actually was 69.
It has 81 in the post game though.
Yeah, it gets a
Yes.
lot more later on. They should have. Oh, I know why it's 81. 1981.
Oh,
That's why.
why is Sand Kingdom 89 then?
Well, why would it be 89?
Wait, 89 was when Super Mario Land came out. The first one that was like that.
Oh, shit.
It has the
Oh,
Moais
yeah.
from that game.
Yeah, it has the Moais.
Oh
shit.
my god!
They actually went
finding
into
something else
detail.
here.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Wow,
and
okay.
the Moai. Oh yeah, we forgot to mention those. Those guys are great. They're
Oh, I
fun.
love the Moais. They're wonderful. And they're the Mauis from Mario Land. They're the
These are
little Easter
kind of from
Islanders.
Mario Land. You know,
The Jaxie? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the Sphinxes.
Yeah.
The little Sphinx. I can
80
We
talk.
can talk about
We-
Sphinx later. He's the best part
we
of
found
it.
89 and 81. We just need to find more correlations.
We
now.
need to save the Sphinx for the very last level of the game because that's where he's best represented.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I really enjoy just running around in this kingdom. There's just so much to do, so much to run around. Just you look like a platforming god, basically.
Mario's athletics in the kingdom are great.
You can
You can
jump
jump
up
on a
buildings,
taxi
you
and then
can
fling
fucking-
on a pole. Just go flying. It's
You
so
can
much
fling
fun.
onto a pole, onto a bench, and talk to a guy who gives
so
you the moon.
fun,
It's
like-
fucking.
I
One
love
of
that
the
guy.
moons
So
is
much
you have to
emotion.
find 4 musicians, and one of the musicians, there's like literally 4 different ways to get to him. It's how
Yeah.
open the level is.
That's how open the kingdom is. The missions there just require you just to explore the kingdom and find the guys.
Yeah.
But then you get a challenging platforming segment with going into the sewer and turning on the power.
And
yeah.
let's talk about the main attraction of the kingdom,
The festival.
Miss Pauline. I really love her redesign in this game.
I hate Pauline.
Because she has painted nails, and that's a nitpick.
Yes.
Oh, the thing is,
That's gross.
Pauline didn't get her redesign here. She got her redesign in Mario vs. DK.
I know,
slightly
but
changed.
she's wearing a different outfit this time around, and I think I like that a little bit more.
I
than what she was
think
wearing
the
before.
jumpsuit is okay. Like the whole like sexualized dress thing, like whatever. It was Donkey Kong, but I think it didn't fit as well into Mario. But this whole jumpsuit getup thing, I think works much better.
jumpsuit.
Yes.
She's wearing
I don't know
more
what's
of a-
called.
She's wearing more
I'm
of a
not.
suit.
I'm not a professional. My point is, I don't know clothing. But
Jumpsuit because you jump up in the
up in the air, yeah.
Jump
but
up, don't be scared.
we don't have any fans. But my point is that Pauline, her design is much better than it was in Mario vs. Donkey Kong games. I think.
I agree. I think, and I just like how she acts in general. Like she acts like a fucking mayor of a town, and she works as a character in this game. And, it's
And then
nice.
of course there's the main attraction,
The
We'll talk
festival.
about that in
the
a second.
festival.
After getting all of the musicians, Pauline calls you to the town square, or not the town square.
The sewer
She
stuff
calls you to
first.
Oh yeah, you got to do the sewer thing first, so you can turn the
mentioned
power
that.
on. And after that, she calls you to the town square, and you can fucking do a music festival thing,
Well,
and
and
it's
then plays
amazing.
the best song
it's
in the game.
so much fun to just
Great 2D sections.
Oh, DK. Yes.
I don't know
Wow.
what it is, but that first opening section when she starts singing, and then when she starts singing the lyrics, it's just like, oh, we're playing
Yeah,
the game
don't-
now.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah, you get to
let's
go through like
bitches.
Donkey Kong inspired areas. You get to go to a part that's basically just based
Yeah.
after one of the Donkey
There's
Kong levels.
barrels, there's
Little
oil
spoiler.
barrels, there's
Little
fucking
spoiler. DK.
Donkey Kong.
Crank
He's the leader.
CK. Cranky Kong, technically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, DK Vine really disagrees with that. They don't think that that's cranky at all. They're actually really
Cranky.
upset that people think that. But it's cranky. Shut up, DK
cranky.
Vine. I love you guys over at DK Vine, but Jesus Christ.
Come on the podcast and fight us.
Yeah, fight me, Heil.
DK Vine
bitch.
podcast versus
We're accepting
Undercooked podcast.
guests. Fourth episode and onward, by the way.
Yeah, come on, Heil. We'll talk about Donkey Kong Country if you want to.
Let's talk about Tropical Freeze episode, but anyway.
Yeah, Tropical Freeze, maybe another time.
Perfect. We'll just talk
Um,
about every Donkey Kong.
Yeah, we might as well because this is New Donk City.
No, Donkey Kong on Game Boy, great game.
Oh,
And then
Obviously, two
you
on Game Boy.
get a multi-moon in the most uplifting way possible. It's one of the only like exclusive collect moon sounds in the game, and it's just like I accomplished something. I did it. Yeah.
I only have one complaint with this. I was really expecting to see 3D DK, and we only saw 2D DK.
yeah, I agree.
That was kind of lame. But
if
best
they-
campaign for a kingdom in the game, though.
One of the best ideas I could have come up with though for this is like if DK, like modern DK, was like chucking barrels at Mario, and then Cranky was sitting on his shoulder telling him what to do.
Oh my goodness, that would have been so funny.
That would have been
That would've been great.
hilarious.
Well,
And
but-
speaking of Donkey Kong Country, we have plenty of references here for it.
Yes.
There's K. Rule Street. There's Squawks Park. They spelled Rattly wrong, and I'm really mad about that.
Espresso.
Yeah, they have Espresso. There's no Ramby. Oh yeah, there is Ramby Street. Ramby Street's a thing.
Oh, there's also
K. Boulevard. Yeah,
Perfect
but
kingdom.
yeah, overall, just one of the best, and I
Amazing.
understand why they advertised it.
But just
Advertised the
also
entire
because of
game
how
with that.
original it is.
It's very original.
Now,
And
who went to? Oh, you didn't put Snow Kingdom on the list of things. To
I
mention,
didn't.
By the way.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Yeah, we should
Okay,
probably.
but-
We'll talk about that one first.
Okay, no. Who went to Snow first? I went to Snow first.
I went to
I
Snow.
went to Snow. Yeah,
Yeah,
I went to
I assume we all did since we. There
I
was
went to
already
Snow
water
by
level
accident.
earlier.
I went to Snow by accident.
I went to Snow because there was a water level earlier. I'm like, I want Snow. Snow Kingdom. Pretty fun kingdom.
Yeah, overall, it's all right.
Pretty good progression. You start out
It's
the
good.
level,
Yeah.
and it's one of the smaller kingdoms for sure. But it's like it sucks. It's just like there's a freaking snowstorm. You have no clue where you're going. Terrible. And then you just walk in, and you fall into
And
this
it's this happy
beautiful
little village.
area of the Snow Kingdom, which is this happy village, great music with these cute little locals.
I love
And-
them.
aw.
They're just so big, and I want to hug them because
I
they're
want
just
to
like,
hug them too.
They're just
And
like
one and one of the souvenirs you can get is like friggin' like a little like those
Snow
like
globe?
little guys that like jump
not
on
the
each
snow
other.
globe. Yeah, what are those called? I forget what they're called.
I don't know, but they're so cute. And if you throw your cap or jump on them, you can actually interact with them, unlike all the other souvenirs.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Compared to smaller
The
versions.
one of the lamps that you get, I'm not going to spoil it because it's one of the big plot spoilers of the game.
Is it in the Kingdom with the Final Boss?
Yes,
Oh, that one.
and it's a lamp, and if you hit it from the underside, it turns on.
Oh, cool.
All right. And anyway, Snow Kingdom. It's pretty fun. You go into like these 5 rooms and get like the stuff ready so
Get
a race
moons.
can happen.
Oh, the race is really fun.
The race
One of the
was-
highlights of the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was really fun.
You're like, oh, there's
Wow.
gonna be a race. You get to
I feel
find the racer, and he's like, oh, I don't want to go. The other guys are so serious. You get to possess him, and then like it has really cool racing mechanics.
Just
and in the
think about
post game,
that.
there's another track to use too.
he was
Inside,
like, "See you later, idiot."
but
It's fun.
Mario's controlling that person who really doesn't want to go on the race.
Yeah, and
He is
thank,
forcing them to.
and
Yes.
thank God, because after you finish the campaign, the snowstorm ends, so you can actually see, which is
Yes.
very
Yeah.
good hindsight from Nintendo. Thank you.
And before they advertised the kingdom as always being like that, like
They just only
complete
showed footage with
fucking
the
mess.
snowstorm.
They
Yeah,
only showed Snudge of the snowstorm. Yeah.
they did show the race, but I don't think anybody could have made that connection.
Yeah, the race.
Oh, I
And
made
that.
the connection.
I didn't. So I was just like, maybe this is another kingdom. I don't know.
Anyway, and yeah, there's no bosses, but fun kingdom. Love racing, capturing the little like bouncy
Yeah,
guys.
there are no bosses
Great.
here, are they? No.
And then there's a much bigger kingdom coming up, very large. I still
overall,
love the town music, by the way,
Shiveria is
Shiveria.
okay. Shiveria was all right.
And then we go on to Seaside Kingdom.
one of the, I think this might just be one of the bigger ones because
It's one of
there's
the
just
biggest, for
there's
sure.
so much to do. Like you can go underwater, you can explore all the nooks and crannies.
There's
the
something
above water
underwater.
stuff. Right. And so what's happening here is there's like an octopus dude and he's sucking up all the water.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we didn't mention what Bowser
like
got
that.
from the other kingdoms, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Well, we don't need to.
He got the frosted cake, the frosted flakes from
Shiveria.
Shiveria.
Yeah.
And what do you get from New Donk?
I don't actually know.
Electricity?
He got all the paperwork for the
Oh, yeah.
wedding.
Uh,
I don't actually know if that was the thing, but I don't actually know what he got. I think he was just there to be
Seaside,
like,
he
yeah,
was getting
fuck
some
you,
nice
Mario.
sparkly water for everyone.
Yeah.
And then he left this octopus dude here to just suck up the rest of it, and he's like, "See you later, idiot."
Yeah, so
And,
the kingdom is
uh,
also very exploring based on exploring for the campaign too, because you go around and get the 4 fountains, then you get to fight the boss there.
Oh, I love Seaside. It's so pretty.
Yes, and a very pretty kingdom. And to jump the gun here, by the way, music's great, and the level after you beat the boss is a beautiful sunset. But
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
let's kind of jump the gun and talk about the boss. Very.
Welcome back, folks. Sorry about that interruption.
Please
I had
flip
to
over
fucking-
your laser disc to the second half.
Please flip over your skeleton.
Spark, I cannot hear you.
You can't hear me?
I cannot hear you, Spark.
Why not?
Whoa. We're gonna have to flip over it the third time.
Oh.
How about now?
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, we can hear you now.
I thought the podcast was ruined. We're gonna have to start like Undertale podcast or whatever.
Your tail.
There was a heated
Also,
discussion going on. And
No
yeah,
hard
it's
time to
separate.
mention this since we're on like a little pause here, but thank you all for the for everything. Twitter
last
has like
episode-
some followers.
Last episode got over 100 views.
Yeah, got
Yeah,
over
thanks
100
Thanks
views.
for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that.
Yes, thank
Ladies
you
and
so
gentlemen.
much. The
Are we
Twitter.
recording right now? Just make
Yeah,
sure.
we are.
Yes,
Okay,
yes. And if I check the Twitter, how many followers does it have?
I think it has
Also-
like 10.
I don't know if anyone knows this, but I'm like the
He's the main guy who does the
yeah.
Twitter stuff.
I'm the main guy who ruins the Twitter. We've gotten a couple. We have 14 followers on the Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Might
I'm
come
really
up
Which
with
excited.
are us. So, 11, really.
I might
Yes.
post on the Twitter, but that's mostly rad stuff.
Yeah.
The rad stuff.
I don't care
Red-
if any of you guys
Red's
do
the
it. I'm
one
just
who
saying
does
that
the
because I'm
Twitter.
always on Twitter whenever I get bored in class.
Anyway, welcome back,
Sea
ladies and
boss.
gents.
The octopus boss. This is when we get to mention the transformation, the main capture of the Seaside Kingdom.
The one that like
the water,
The gushers.
the gushers, yeah.
they
Of
control, like, the
bubbling.
blood from Super Mario Sunshine.
Yes, Bub Lane. It just you have the beautiful thing, which you can squirt in all directions. You can fly up. You can propel forward. And we'll talk about the
Okay.
moment we get into the main meat of the kingdom, which is exploring it, which is super fun. But he is just fun, and you get to use him on the boss. You get to fly up and then spray water on his head and
Yep.
kill him.
You can also ground pound him, which I didn't
I
know to
told
do
you.
before, and I figured it out.
Me neither.
No, I knew you could ground pound, but then there's a time where you can't use that, and I was like, oh wait, you can just blow water on him.
And then most of the time he just ends up running away from that, so maybe ground pounding is the better choice. I don't know.
My problem with ground pounding is that like I always miss some just joy just a tiny bit if I try to ground
You
pound.
don't miss? Yeah, the homing ground pound is
Don't
gone
I
from
miss?
Galaxy.
Is it homing ground pound?
Yeah, you could
Galaxy.
shake, and if you ground pounded while you were spinning, it would have a homing property.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
Now
See,
you know.
Mario's becoming more like Sonic because both of his newer games have homing attacks.
Yeah, and the Cappy has a homing attack,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
because
also-
Sonic games are for babbies. Nobody likes Sonic.
and there's a spin attack,
Dude,
which is-
Sonic Seaside
which is like that
Kingdom.
thing that makes you spin from 3D Blast.
yeah.
Dude, I love Sonic 3D Blast.
It's
Oh,
the
yeah, there's
best
one thing we
3D
forgot to
Sonic
mention
game.
is the Finnaboing. You forgot to mention the Finnaboing. Yeah. The little flowers that you Finnaboing on.
Oh, you
Oh
mean
yeah,
the
the things
ones
that make you fast. I'll mention that when we go into the
not
whole
those.
kingdom.
I mean the ones that like open up and you jump on them and they go boing.
oh,
The,
those
the Finnaboings.
those things.
Yeah. We'll talk about
But
the rocket
anyway-
flowers in a bit, but
Fun boss now, Seaside.
he's a little
Oh
easy.
my.
Oh
Yeah,
my
great
shit,
boss.
Well,
He's
the game's
fun
that's-
either way. It doesn't matter.
well, the game's easy like everywhere except for like the final area. So
It's more of a laid back game than anything else. It's just
It's
kinda
not.
sit
It's.
back and
I
have
would
good
say it's
time.
harder than the other 3D Mario's, but
Think
it's
so?
not. You say it's not the Dark Souls of Mario.
no,
You'll die. You'll
Far from
die.
it.
You'll die a bit, but
Right.
it's not. It's not the Dark Souls of Mario. No lives. Whatever. Just lose some coins. Whatever.
that's because Crash Bandicoot's Dark Souls of 3D platformers.
That's true.
And
Well,
that's because
Crash Bandicoot 1 is a 2D platform.
the reason they got rid of lives is because there's no point of having it. Like there's no real like need.
Yep.
Lives don't matter either way
Well,
because
is
you
this
can just
joke on
continue.
yet?
What?
Is this not funny joke on not
Yeah,
funnier
it's just
yet?
kind of
Yes.
getting annoying at this
It's
point.
never gonna get funny.
Well, I'm gonna keep this like preserved for the 3rd episode.
Boy, thank you.
Anyway, back to
Seaside.
Back to Seaside, yeah.
Magical Kingdom. I love it. It's so much fun to traverse. The idea that you can just there's so many ways you can use the gushers that were already mentioned. You can use the rocket flowers just to run around at super high speeds
Oh,
all
yes.
around the kingdom.
I love.
And
yes.
can we talk about the unagis? I
Unagis?
love the fucking unagis. They're the eel
Are
guys.
those the seaweed guys?
They're the
the
eels.
snails?
The eels. The
Oh, the
giant ass
eel.
eels from Mario 64.
Oh yes.
I love the return of them.
Oh, yeah,
they're
bubbling.
actually
Did they come up?
intimidating here.
They come up in lake first.
Oh yeah, they do. That's right. That's right. Okay. And
Yeah,
either
but-
way, they're fucking scary.
Yeah, they're way scarier looking in this game than any other.
Oh my god! In 3D land, they were a joke. They just look
Yep.
so goofy in that game. And then you look at them
They
now,
look
and it's
they
just
look
like, oh,
legitimately
shit.
scary in Odyssey
Yeah.
compared to any other game.
Especially because you don't see them, and then they just like poke their heads out, and they're like, "Surprise, motherfucker!"
Yeah, but Bub Lane, great music by the way. Did we mention? Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Munchie on next?
It's actually a remix.
No,
of
I have
Chain
other
Link
things I want
Charge.
to say.
Okay, never mind.
It's a remix of the athletic theme from Mario
Mhm.
3D World. It's really cool, actually. I never
It sounds really
noticed that.
different though.
It sounds different, but it has the same sort of melody in it. You can kind of hear it. It's very faint.
And I really
but it's there.
love exploring underwater, which you can also do a bit. There isn't too much to find there as much as there is in the Lake Kingdom, but
What do you mean?
just a
There's a
great
shit
kingdom.
ton to do it.
no, I mean there is, but there's way more above ground.
That's true. Yeah. It kind
Yeah,
of
you get
covers
to-
both bases perfectly fine.
Yeah, capturing cheeps for maneuvering underwater is also really fun.
Also, volleyball
There's so much
challenge
exploring you can do.
sucks. Don't.
Oh yeah,
Don't
we
waste
didn't
your
mention we haven't mentioned the challenges yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's races you can do and most of the kingdom.
Those
I
are
think
post
all-
game.
Oh,
Those are post though.
Yeah, those are post game, but I think there's one or two you can do before post game. I might be wrong. There's the RC car thing in New Donk, which
There's
which
jump
is like
rope.
a race.
There's the
Yes, there's
100
jump rope,
challenge.
Jump rope
and there's the
sucks.
volleyball,
Jump
and
rope
they're all
and-
they're all fun.
Jump rope and
You have to get
volleyball
100
have
on-
become the most notorious.
Yeah, because on those you need to get 100 for a moon, but some people have gone thousands on them somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, jump rope. The world record is 55,555.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I've gone all the moons, so because I'm good at video games. We'll get into that later about how I'm good
I'll
at
get
video
that.
games.
I'm close to getting the jump rope one. I'm at 84.
Overall, I
Took
enjoyed
me a lot of
Seaside.
tries.
I think
Seaside's
Seaside
a
is a
very
good
fun
kingdom. It's fun to run around in. There's
Yes,
lots to
very
do,
very great to traverse. One of my favorites.
beautiful, and is just a joy.
Yes.
Now, we get the...
We didn't talk about that one that long, actually. Just bubbling.
compared to the others, because,
Wasn't
I
too
mean,
much.
there's not much else to say about it.
Not much,
Well, we talked.
but
I
it
feel
is
like
a
we
very
talked about
very
Lake
fun.
more than we talked about Shiver
No, we-
area.
They're both pretty small.
Yeah. I mean, they're
but-
big kingdoms, but they're just smaller. And,
Oh yeah, can we talk about the
terms of moons.
doggy?
Oh, yeah, Doggo.
I think I mentioned him the side where you're going, but Doggo, I love him.
Doggo is good. I prefer big metal doggos, though.
Oh yes, yes. So
Big
I'm
metal
thinking we'll talk more about the. I think we'll talk. We'll probably go over the thoughts on all of our costumes in the post game, but we are mentioning them on the
Oh,
side
yeah.
a little bit, and do like a couple of the costumes here. Nice kingdom, just very nice in general.
And now we move on to the Luncheon Kingdom. Probably
Yes.
one of the cooler ones and the weirder
One of the more
ideas.
creative ones, definitely.
It's very weird, and I like that. a
Polygonal
lot.
lunch kingdom with pink lava.
It's really bizarre. It's
The main
it's
character
so
here
odd.
is the Podoboo Fireballs.
Podoboo.
The main attraction of Mount Volcano is those guys.
Mount
where
Volbono.
you- Oh yeah, and you just get to go around. And Bowser stole the what
Soup.
from Luncheon Kingdom?
He stole
Some stew.
soup. Yeah.
He stole soup for his wedding.
He's just like, fuck it, I ain't cooking that shit.
And the Podoboos you get to explore all around the level with, and there's a lot of secrets to find. So much off the beaten path.
It's like the lava level is actually fun for once. It's a weird
Yes.
lava level. It's a very creative take.
Yeah,
Oh.
and the little locals are a bunch of snails.
And they're fork
No,
people.
forks.
No, why did I say snails? Yeah, they're
Snails
forks.
was seaside.
Snails
Like
are snails are seaside.
I mean, that,
Yeah, Mount Volcano is just a very cool lava level.
And it's really
And-
just fun to run around. It's a really long kingdom. I think it was one of the longer ones.
One of the longer
campaign
ones. One of the
was
longer
really
ones for
long.
the campaign.
Yeah.
and it's one of my favorite ones. I love like running on top of corn and
Yes, and
With
there's
the
so much
Goombas.
control and fun.
becoming meat.
Yes, becoming the meat.
That's one of the best geo captures in the game. You get to possess a piece of meat in Twitch, which leads us to the boss, the bird boss.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the bird boss.
He
He's
gets to
very-
vomit
he's-
lava, and then you
yeah.
get to go as the fireball and go up
Podoboo.
and punch him in the face.
and
Pretty fun.
hit him
Pretty
in the
fun guy.
face. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say that hasn't been said already. You can
Well,
capture
yeah.
shit, you can run around and do other shit, get moon, collect current.
There's less to say as we go further.
Yeah.
one of my favorite parts about it is that you can capture a lava thing, and there's like this entire bottom section that like you don't have to explore, but there's a good amount of moons there, and I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
There's
unless you're
so
going
much,
to 100%, then
so
yeah.
much of the of yourself as a player, so much impact you have on Odyssey in general.
Yep.
Just about how you can.
If you want to be a
go here.
completionist, if you want to be a Gerard, then you can get everything
There's
there is to get.
830. There's 830 moons you don't have to buy because you can buy so many in the post.
No, there's like
I think it's
800
880.
Yeah,
880. I think. Yeah,
Then there's-
880. There's 119 you can buy in the post game, and
You have to get
you only
500
need you only
to
need
get-
121, I think, to
No,
get to
no,
the
it's
final.
120. Just
Yeah,
like Mario
120
64.
to fight the final boss,
Like
and
64
you
sometimes.
need 500 to get to like the last kingdom bonus
Yep.
area.
So you only need
That's
like
just
half
how
the
much
moons
versatility
to
there is.
explore to do everything.
Right.
Like, there's just so much variety. Like there's so much playability in like your way you play. It's
Yeah.
like 64 Galaxy. How if you don't want to go for 100%, which I usually do in Mario games, but if you don't want to, there's just so many
There's
ways
so
to
much
play.
to do anyway.
You can just skip an entire level if you want to. I didn't know. I thought you had to beat the campaign in every level,
But
but
you just
in
have to get
that
enough
kingdom,
moons.
I tested. I'm like, wow, you can just leave.
Yeah. And especially, it's weird because sometimes there are alternate cutscenes for if you just leave and don't do the campaign. Like there's one in Sand where like if you leave before you actually beat the campaign, then Bowser just fucks off to the next kingdom. He's just
Yeah.
like, see you later, idiot.
Yeah, you're a bad person,
Ooh.
Mario.
I like that because it's going to change up speed runs and how they are routed and everything.
Speedruns have already been
World peace percent.
pretty-
World
yeah,
peace.
world peace percent would probably just be like
Be at the campaign
finishing
every
all the
kingdom.
campaigns. Yeah.
Yeah. There's boxer percent that's going to be a thing soon, so that's exciting.
That's very exciting.
I am excited for that.
Just very
box
fun
episode.
kingdom. We have less to say as we go on, but
Yeah.
now we're going into pretty big spoilers. We haven't gotten
Yeah,
to
this is mega spoiler territory. So if
not
you really,
No.
Omega, but pretty big. So if you don't
These are Omega
release-
Ruby spoilers.
Yeah, no, we're not Omega Ruby spoilers yet. We're
Not
at like
yet.
Alpha Sapphire spoilers. Well, not no, we're Gamma. We're Gamma right now. We're Gamma.
but
Once we get to the post game, it'll be Omega spoilers.
Yes.
so you decide to leave the Luncheon Kingdom in pursuit of Bowser to Bowser's Kingdom.
Bowser's Kingdom.
Um,
But
Yeah.
then
But something happens. You get a little bit of a shock, you know. You get a little bam shock dodge. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah,
and
Bowser.
then, want to say it all at one, 2, 3?
One
There's a fucking
two,
dragon.
Dragonite from Pokemans.
There's a dragon, and
Mario.
Bowser gets a fucking dragon somehow. And-
Bowser falls and ends up in Undertale.
Yeah, Bowser. Fuck off.
Okay, anyway.
Where are we?
Bowser shoots down the
Homer!
Odyssey and fall
Look,
down.
it's Bowser from Super Mario Odyssey.
Okay, anyway, let me actually talk here. So Bowser knocks down the Odyssey, and then you land in a mysterious place. You end up in a purplish area. You walk forward, and you see a goat person. And it turns out you're in Undertale.
Okay, be serious.
Anyway, back to
not
seriousness.
Fallen, which is called the Underground Kingdom, by the way, which I was not expecting in this game.
Fuck off.
Oh my goodness.
No. It's called the Ruins Kingdom. Duh.
Yes. Well, it
All
is
these
actually the
Undertale
Ruined
tie-ins.
Kingdom.
It's the Ruined
Oh, yeah.
Kingdom.
The Ruined Kingdom. What was the subtitle for it? I forgot.
It was Crumbleton.
Crumbleton. Which is just, and it's another thing where like you go back
It's
and
another
post game, it's
boss
like 10
stage.
moons.
Yeah.
But you go forward, and who do you fight? Who is the like freaking hyper realistic dragon? That's the boss.
Yep.
And that
That's
boss is one of my favorites in the game.
Oh,
if not
it's so
my
great.
favorite. It's so fun.
And he's
so
called like
much
the
fun.
Lord of Lightning or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's crazy. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? And like, cause okay, let me set the stage for you. I had seen the boss before, but I didn't think it was real. I thought it was just like, oh, that's Japes. And so I moved on to play the game. I completely forgot about it. And then up to that point, I'm like, oh shit, that was real.
Yep.
Okay. And so
Anyway.
I was in shock, but yet I was like, this is fucking awesome.
My little sister spoiled it 5 seconds before it happened to me, so that was nice.
Anyway, then after that little short thing, you go on to Bowser's Kingdom.
Which
Do you know why the luncheon was the lava level? They didn't want to waste this level on a lava level because Bowser's Kingdom. Oh my god.
It's so
it's so
fun.
good.
It's designed like a galaxy level where it's just these big land masses connected by the electric poles instead of launch stars.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
this super imperial Japan Eastern designed castle.
It's,
And it's so
crazy
cool.
cool. It's really fun. And
Ooh,
I was
and
just
the
like, this is
transformation.
it's not what you would expect from a Bowser level. Like, it's not at all a Bowser level. It doesn't even feel
No
like a
European
Bowser level.
castle. We go to Asia now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the transformation, like the woodpeckers guys, do you know what they're called?
Pokios.
The Pokio.
Those are great.
I love
Yes, that's the
them.
main transformation. It's like the little things that you fling on with New Donk.
And once again, this is one of those
but now full
situations.
control over it, where you
This
can
is
move
one of those situations where you'll be using that for the boss, which we're not gonna we're not gonna say yet. But you're gonna hate it if you hate the Brutals. You're gonna hate this. So,
them.
yeah, I really enjoy this level. It does not feel like a Bowser level at all, but it's just so much. It's so cool.
I like-
It's such a refreshing thing. To
I
see.
like that the Hanafuda. I like how they had like Hanafuda cards, like Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, but there's something I wanted to mention, by the way. I think I know why New Donk had so many. I think there's something to say about how New Donk had so many moons.
What do you
Would
mean?
you say it was redonkulous?
Ugh.
Oh, I forgot to say that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And the brochures, great part of the game, how you can read the brochures for each of the areas. I like how the size of theirs redonkulous and luncheons like buffet and everything like that.
It's
Yep.
crazy. It's crazy cool. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Bowser's
It's out of your
Kingdom.
mind.
So much
Anyway.
fun to traverse. So much fun to use the Pokios. So many secrets hidden.
And I love the Womp guys. I'm kind of upset
Oh,
you
yes,
can't
they
be
do.
them. I really wanted to
Oh.
capture one of them.
They
But
just slam on people.
yeah, they're like Womps, but they're much smarter because they don't slam their faces into the ground.
Yep.
little Jizo statues you can
Oh
capture.
yeah, that's right. The fucking.
And then you
the
become like the Tanuki from 3D
Mario.
Land.
Yep. No, those are
Or
so
from
cool.
Mario 3.
No, from that
It was
design
original.
from
It was
3D Land.
originally Mario 3.
But
Yeah.
that Pacific design looks like
Well,
it's
the
from 3D
original
Land.
statue that you like possess is from
The
Mario
original
3, and then
statue
once
look
you
like
once you
but the
possess it,
statue you look like from Mario 3 looks different from the one in 3D Land.
yeah, I know. But when you don't capture them, they look like the ones from Mario 3, and then when you actually capture them,
Oh.
they end up looking like the ones from 3D Land.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's a nice touch.
Anyway, great level.
Which means 3D lands were the real ones that Mario were capturing.
So
Yes.
let's get into the bosses.
Because Mario 3 was...
You're
Yes.
faced with 2 of the Brutals. Cool voice cracks, by
Fun.
the way. I really like that.
Fun level. Great. I love fighting the Brutal so much.
And then you enter these 2 battle arenas. There's 2 of them. You have to fight Harriet, and then you have to fight the green dude. I forgot his name. I don't know why I just know Harriet, but I just know Harriet because
Anyway,
Harriet's great.
when you get to the end, Bowser's like, "We go to the moon, by the way," and I'm
Yep.
like, "What?" But
Well-
I think everyone knew the moon was going to be in the game. I'm like, I did not expect it to be like this. And then suddenly, just freaking robot Gundam broods come in.
Yeah,
They're
the
the
Robo
best brutal fight in the game. I feel
This
like.
is the apology for all the brutal fights.
Yes.
because it's actually somewhat challenging.
Yeah, you get to go into the brutals and you get to launch bombs back at them and you just peck them in the face or ground pound.
Yep.
And then they blow up into fireworks.
And I was not expecting it at all because it was just like, oh, okay, they're all dead because they all stopped being in the airship whenever they come by. And it was just like, oh, okay, they're gone now. And then once you get to Bowser, he like fucks off to the moon, and you're just like, oh, well, shit. And then the fucking Brutals show up, and you're like, oh, fuck off. And they're back. They're like, sup, idiot. And then
How long have we been recording? I'm curious.
we've been recording a little over an hour.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
I thought this would be longer. Wow. But we still have a lot to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's still plenty to cover.
So much
Anyway-
post game to talk about.
Anything else to say about Bowser's Kingdom? Wait, what was the
really
name of
not
it? We need a
much.
subtitle. Oh yeah,
Oh, it
music's
was-
great.
It was
Music's
Bowser's
amazing.
Castle. The subtitle was Bowser's Castle.
Then what was the effort?
Amazing music.
So
Yes,
it was Bowser's
very nice
Kingdom,
music.
Bowser's Castle.
Yeah, much or what?
It was Bowser's Kingdom, Bowser Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bowser's Kingdom was just called Bowser's Castle.
Okay.
But it was nice either way. It was a really nice change of pace for a Bowser level, and I really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I especially
then-
liked the different colored clouds. That was nice.
Yes.
Anyway.
And then we move on to the big thing. The
We-
moon.
You end up making your way back to the Odyssey, and you finish up the sail, which isn't actually a sail anymore. It's now a balloon.
Now it's like a balloon.
Yeah, it is a balloon.
And you end up just fucking flying over
Oh, we
the
should talk
space.
about like every time you finish a kingdom, your sail gets bigger.
Yeah, your sail just increases and becomes a spear. A
Yeah.
spear. I said spear. Fuck you, Red.
Mario puts on his wedding attire and
Yep.
just end up on the moon. And the
they
moon
make their
is
way
one
to
of
go
my
crash.
favorites.
They make their way
Oh,
over to
no,
crash
gravity's
Bowser's
great.
wedding.
The wedding.
there.
Crash the wedding moon wedding.
Yep.
That's the fun part. The low gravity. It's so much fun to play with.
I was
And-
like, is there going to be low gravity? And then it ended up being
Oh,
low
You can just
gravity.
do
forgot to
some
talk about-
crazy jumps.
Each kingdom has like their own little purple collectibles, and for the moon, it's star bits from Galaxy.
There
Yeah,
were
and there's
no
another
other
one we wanna
notable
mention.
ones.
Yeah.
There's one we want to mention in the post game.
Yeah,
I'm sure we
post-game.
will.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and anyway, the Moon Kingdom is so much fun to traverse, but the thing is, when you get there, you can't really explore much. There's like, no, go now.
Yeah, you have to go. You have to head straight to
Run up to the Moon Cave,
Yeah,
which unfortunately ditches the low gravity. But what you do is crazy.
it's more of a traditional Bowser level at that point.
yeah, fiery
becomes-
hell.
Yeah. Hellfire.
Use a lot of the main transformations, and they freaking just rolled in the charge and chucks from Mario World for this one area.
And
I think they appear
and
in a
the dry
couple
bones.
bonus rooms.
The dry
Yeah.
bones too.
Parabone? Oh, regular dry bones?
No, the Parabones.
Oh, Parabones are in Cap in one of the bonus rooms, I remember. Or
Oh,
some
they
other
are.
bonus
I
room.
thought, are you
Well,
sure that
it's
wasn't?
probably post game then.
Yeah, it was probably.
Yeah,
post-game.
but yeah, they pull in those guys in the charge and chucks. They're using a couple other bonus rooms and stuff. Those are the only times they appear in the game.
Yep.
And the freaking oh my god,
The
the charge and
chucks.
chucks. When you stomp on them, they make the Mario World like stomp sound.
Whoa! It's so fun. It's such a nice little touch that just made me laugh. I don't
Yeah,
know what
and
it
they're
was.
I
fun
love those.
captures.
The Chucks have the 3D world design, so yeah, they probably just reuse that model. But I love being,
now they
being
have
just
hair.
like slamming into everything.
They have
Oh
hair
yes,
now.
I have to mention this by the way. In Bowser's Kingdom, there's another fishing thing you can do. That's in a lot of
Yes.
things.
Oh yeah,
But you can fish up Poochie.
Poochie from Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, and he's just like, "Here's a moon." I'm like, "Poochie!" I actually just screamed, "Poochie!" when I did that. It caught me very off guard.
And you'll notice sometimes when you look at like the little like.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
I have a lot to say about that.
Yeah.
And anyway, back to the moon. It's more of a traditional Bowser level. It's lava-y. There's lots of enemies. You get to become the Bonsai Bills for once. This was like the first time they showed up.
They also put in those guys.
Yeah. Bonsai Bills are fun. And then
you get through the moon cave.
so on.
You get through the moon cave. You refight Madame Brood.
Yeah, she shows up for one last time.
Basically the same boss.
Yeah,
Still pathetically easy.
Actually, I think she...
not
I think
pathetically
she tries,
easy. I think she tries a little bit harder.
She shortened the chain so that she can actually hit you.
She's not pathetically easy, but she's still easy.
And it also took away some of the challenge because the arena's now flat, and in Cascade it was more bumpy.
Oh,
so she had
I feel like it was harder there, like much harder, because for me it was much harder with the different hats on it, everything. Yeah. I died like 3 or 4 times to that boss actually.
Really?
You guys suck at video games.
I didn't die at all in that one. I was
anyway,
like, yeah, okay, it's Madame
After
Brood.
that, you have to go crash the wedding, and the atmosphere is great. You just hear the freaking, you just hear the bells.
The constant.
Let's finish up our talk about the bell. By the way, so we don't have to bring it on post game. Music is probably the weakest track in the game, to be honest.
It's more like atmospheric, yeah.
And there isn't much else. It's fun. Actually, low gravity's great.
Most of Odyssey's music is atmospheric. If you think about it,
it's less catchy than most other kingdoms are.
And Starbit's great level. Anyway, you crash the wedding. You jump in. You get to throw your cap like 3 times. You bust in.
At the door.
And Peach and Bowser are like fighting over the ring. Like, no, I don't want to do
They're
this.
like, I ain't doing this shit. And then Bowser's like, yes, you are. He's like, no, I'm not.
You see so many of the locals. And you go up and they're like,
Pauline.
No more. Yes. And then, you know what? You just fall through the floor and then like, boom, Bowser fight.
Cappy's trying to bring you back up. And Bowser's like, hey, fucker, let's go. Second time, idiot.
And this is a much harder version of the first fight.
Yes.
But it's a great boss. It's one of the best Bowser fights. This is the first time Bowser
I died a few times. I died like 2 times.
We're not going to talk about Phase 2 yet. Let's not talk about Phase 2 yet. Let's talk about all the new things that they added to the boss fight.
Yep.
For the fire breathing, Bowser will now breathe fire in like a circle.
It takes more hits. He throws stuff at you and causes the waves when he jumps away.
Yeah.
Just a lot harder in general.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the thing.
A lot more creative.
So
we're gonna kicking Bowser in the cock a few times, and that's it.
I want to talk about this.
You want to talk about it?
Because I think you know why.
All
anyway, so after I beat him, I heard I'll save it. Anyway, I was just like, okay, I know there's another phase, but I heard a rumor about this boss fight, and after doing that, I'm like, wow, I guess it is in the game. Because I just imagine you'd use it and it would just damage Bowser, and then you just do that 3 times because it's always 3 times, and it'd be done. Anyway, I get through that part. And then you guys and you think the game is over, but I didn't. Obviously, there's going to be another thing. But you fall down into another area, and you're like, oh, crap. Bowser's, like, knocked out, and you and Peach are just stuck, and the floor is crumbling. I go over, I hit Y, and you capture Bowser with this amazing cutscene. I'm like, it wasn't a lie! It wasn't a lie!
And just seeing all of the different versions of Bowser fly by the screen.
Like, from Mario 3 and Mario World, you just possess them.
And you get to hear all the different Bowser themes through it, too. It's such a nice touch.
And it's, like, one of the best transformations in the game. You just get to tear through all of the rocks. You get to breathe fire, and you're so powerful as you rush through. As you go into an 8-bit segment.
Peach just sits... Oh, the 8-bit section just made me laugh so hard.
Yeah,
this entire
so you got, like,
fight.
8-bit Mario, 8-bit Bowser, and he like spits the fire just
and,
like
Peach is like riding on you or something. If I remember.
And then I get through, and then you see the exit. You see the Earth, and you see this thing you have to destroy, and then the second vocal track, which they've shown nothing after this game starts playing, and it's just beautiful as you go through, destroying all these music. Then you go to the middle, beat the crap out of it with that awesome music. You guys fly in, get out, and that's the boss fight.
I love the animation of Peach and Bowser both like cramming themselves into the electrical wire, and then just flying away. And then they all fly onto the surface of the moon, and everything seems hunky-dory for a second.
Yeah. Mario starts talking to Peach.
Yeah, they
Bowser
have
wakes
a little
up.
bit of a laugh.
Well, Bowser wakes up.
Well, we ought to talk about one thing first. So Cappy and Tiara end up reuniting, and everything seems hunky-dory. And Mario, he's without a hat, and he starts walking towards Peach in a very odd way, like he's going to say something. And then Cappy and Tiara are like, oh, shit. And everyone's just like, oh, shit, including myself. I was just like, oh, no, he's going to do it. And then Bowser just comes up, he's like, nope, No, you're not.
And he,
does
and, he
it
hands,
first.
and he hands her like the piranha plants, and then Mario gets the rocket flowers. Like yes, and then Peach gets upset. She's like no, and then she starts walking away, and then Mario starts comforting Bowser. He's like,
They're both
They're both just like, oh.
That's the best part of the game. To me.
yeah,
love
and then
that.
you could start hearing the second vocal theme kick in again. Peach is taking the Odyssey out with Cappy and Tiara. Mario and Bowser both run in. Mario jumps off of Bowser onto the Odyssey. He throws Cappy, and the game ends. And I'm just speechless. It's such a beautiful ending.
Such a great ending to a Mario
It's
game.
funny. It's beautiful.
It's refreshing. It's something
epic,
I've
it's
always wanted to
everything.
see.
Yep.
It's anything I've ever wanted to see in a Mario game just happened. It's a wild ride, this game was. Honestly, it's such a fucking... I can't explain
Yes,
it.
and
I
the
really
credits-
can't.
The credits are great, and you get to listen to Cascade Kingdom's music.
There's a
Amazing, whatever.
slideshow of all the different places you've been to.
Yes.
It's just...
And then,
it's nice.
at the end, Omega spoilers!
Yeah,
this is Omega spoiler territory
You see
right here.
Peach's castle from the opening cutscene, and you're like, oh, okay. Then the game's like, Mushroom Kingdom's unlocked now, and you're like, what?
What? Like, what?
Sleeping in the field. And you're like, okay, excuse me?
Is this just
still
a
real life?
cutscene, or is this a thing?
And then you jump, and you just see you're in a recreation of Peach's castle.
Yep.
And you're like, oh my god.
Well, it's not too much. Like, there's no rooms in it or anything. But
Well, that
it
shows
has
up
the
later,
feel.
but
It
it
has the
really
hedge
feels
maze
like-
from 64DS. It has so much in it.
it has
And
the
if you
tree
check the
from
brochure-
Mario 3D Land. And
yeah, it does have the tree from.
Yeah, I saw that. And you can find a painting from Luncheon that takes you to Yoshi's house from Mario World.
Yep.
The moon turned to stars that play the little jingle of here we go. But no, here we go, unfortunately.
Yeah, there was no
Oh,
here
yeah.
we go, but
Yep, the moon. I love that the moons are stars and they look just how they do in 64. Like they're polygonal and everything.
would you like to tell what happens when you go into the shop, Ethan? Because I mean, me and Rad have been
Go-
saying
go
everything
right
else. So.
Okay, so I went into the shop, and so I remember I just went. I was like, "What are they gonna have?" And then I saw the Mario 64 polygonal outfit, and I'm like, "No."
I was just like, no shit, it's in
bought-
the game.
Yeah.
And then, like when I wore it, and I saw how it changed like my face.
Oh
too.
my
I'm
God.
like, "Yes."
It's
And
so
then like
good.
there's that one area in the kingdom that requires it. So you wear it, you go inside it, and like even that area is polygonal too, and it's so good.
nostalgia
It's so
fucking nostalgia pandering
And-
at its finest, and I love it.
Yeah,
It's
and all
so
the
good.
coins in the kingdom, the purple coins, are the coins from Mario 64 with the stars in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get to go into the castle, and you see Peach is gone, but you get to meet Toadette, and she gives you achievement moons.
Yeah, those are
Moon
cool. I like
stars.
those.
You
Yeah.
sit there for
And-
like 20 minutes just listening through all of her dialogue. You can't just get them all at once, which kind of
Yeah.
sucks, but
Yeah,
But whatever. And then this is when you hit phase 2 of the game. Because now there is so much to do. You get to go
Every
back.
single kingdom has more moons now.
Yes, it's
Every
not.
si-
And you get to destroy the moon rocks and get even more moons.
Yep.
it just opens up a huge amount of
You can
extra
find
shit to
Princess
do.
Peach in every single kingdom.
Yes, she gives you moons.
Peach has gone on her globe-trotting adventure, though.
Yes, and there's so many new outfits too.
Yeah, Peach has
And
a bunch of different stuff to wear.
Is this where we talk about our costumes?
Yeah,
costume?
I think we
Let,
should.
let's give our favorites.
Oh,
You go first, Ethan.
my favorite was Luigi and the Wedding Bowser. I wear the Wedding Bowser like all the time.
My favorites are probably all of the plumbers, obviously. The wedding outfits, the polygonal outfits, obviously. You can't get enough of those. And yeah.
There are multiple, which we'll
Oh,
get
the
into.
tuxedo.
There are multiple polygonal costumes. There's only 2, I think.
Like,
But,
regular
Yeah,
and
Mario
metal.
64, and there's a metal one.
Yeah.
And
Spark,
you
your favorite?
also, whenever you go to the Odyssey, depending on if you have enough moons or not, it says that there's also a new kingdom for you to go to called the Darker Side of the Moon.
2 new sides. 2 new. You can go to the dark side on the darker
Well,
side.
that opens up later.
Yeah.
I think we'll save up for those for last before
Yeah,
we get
but right.
to
Well,
100%
but that's
more.
what happens later. But either way,
Yes.
I really enjoyed the classic costumes, or like the fucking or the Mario 64 one, and I really enjoyed the Jumpman one.
Oh yeah, Dr.
yeah.
Mario. Not one of my favorites.
Oh,
Dr.
Dr.
Mario
Mario's
was great. Yeah,
Ooh, Mario Maker. I like the Mario Maker one.
Mario Maker was great.
So many great costumes. I believe there's 42 for 52.
There's just an absurd amount of stuff.
It's
to wear in this
42 or
game.
52 for Mario and 41 or 51 for Cappy. I'm pretty sure it's
Okay.
50s, but it might be
It's
40s.
it's insane. Like
It's
there's
it's one of
so
those two.
much.
And then with all these, there's 43 souvenirs. You can start collecting music, which can be all the music you've heard. And there's more you can collect, and there's
You
80.
can get stickers
82,
on your ship, which
83.
are so cool.
Yes,
I
which-
got them from the beginning.
I got all the stickers. Those are my favorite to collect. There's the 43 souvenirs. There's 52 captures to find. You're just like, and all these moons. It's just like, okay, there's so much to do in this game. Where do you even start?
Yeah.
And for me, I know Spark was just kind of going out and about. I don't know what you did, Ethan. What did you do?
I did. I beat all the kingdoms 100% until I got to Lost, and then by then I had like a 500, and I beat Darker Sides. That way I could finish it for this discussion. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I went in order for every kingdom. I did a few. I did Dark Side, Cloud, and Ruined first, though.
And
then I
out
bought-
of order now, but
Yeah,
go on.
I was going in order perfectly, just getting everything. And then after you meet Peach in like every kingdom, you get to go back to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
Peach's Castle, by the way, subtitle. I want to make sure you mention that. Also, it was Honeyloon Ridge for a moon, I think.
Yeah.
Honeyloon Ridge. Anyway, you get in there, and then everyone is now visiting Peach's Castle. That's a great part of the post game. There's so many people visiting, like all the different locals visiting all the different kingdoms.
Yeah.
But
The
now
robots,
everyone.
there's the forks, there's the real people, there's the Toasterians, there's the Toastarians. What do you call those guys?
Toastarians.
Toasterians?
Toastins.
Toastins? Okay.
Yeah, that's what they are to me now.
Anyway, the world just feels more connected at that point.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
Everyone-
it feels
Everyone
like
took a
big
page of
world.
Mario to explore.
It's a fun game. It really is. I'd call it my favorite Mario game ever made. Honestly,
I would too.
Yes.
I would not hesitate to call it that because it is just a masterpiece. From
Before
start to
this
finish.
game, Galaxy was my favorite, and now Odyssey's my favorite.
For me, it was Sunshine, I think. Probably. What about you,
Sunshine
Spark?
I was tied between Sunshine and 64,
Okay.
and Galaxy.
Let's say
was
64,
close
so it's
to-
perfect for all of us.
yeah.
Or 3D World.
No, that
3D
doesn't
World
count.
sucks.
Okay.
No, 3D World's great. It's just that it's not the
Sucks.
same type.
It's bad either way.
It's not the same type of thing. Very different game.
It's just I don't know. I can't
higher
fucking
score
dis-
than Mario.
You're very clearly biased because it wasn't what you wanted.
I know it wasn't what I wanted.
You need
Therefore,
to-
I
you
don't
need
like
to-
it.
It's not what I wanted either, but I can appreciate it for being a wonderful game. And
I
that's fun
I just
fans-
like to shit on it a lot. I just,
Yeah, like DKC3.
One thing I could talk about with 3D World is I actually predicted that they would make a sequel to 3D Land for the Wii U, and it was going to be called HD Land. And I
Of
was
course
wrong.
they would,
That book's
because
so good.
it was incredibly safe, and
Yeah.
that's what they wanted for their new. home
3D World was a
console,
lot more creative, though.
Was something that was successful.
When I saw it, I was both disappointed they were making it, but glad that my prediction came true.
Yeah, but in Peach's Castle, there's a beautiful remix of the Peach's Castle music from 64.
yes.
Oh
There's
yeah,
also a moon. If your nostalgia will certainly help you,
Help.
because there's
Yeah.
one moon that is straight out of 64.
oh yeah,
If
I
you stand
remember
on the rug in the middle of Peach's Castle and look
Yeah,
up
you
at
get
the
to-
sky, you get
Yeah.
a moon.
that. Yep.
It's so great. Also, the clouds are like more detailed in this, but they all have eyes still. I love that.
And and you get to refight the bosses too from earlier in the game, and they're harder.
Rematches, yeah.
And then and then that's the dark side of the moon. Let's talk about that.
Ooh, Dark Side.
Oh my god, it sucks.
Yeah, it's just a boss rush.
It's a
and then-
boss
So
rush.
it's just a boss rush. Then there's now it's not a terrible
Oh,
kingdom. It's
actually,
fine.
can I talk about one thing about Peach's Castle
What?
real quick? Okay, so there's paintings.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
go
yeah.
inside them, they make the Mario 64 noise, and they're just bosses that you've already fought, just harder. They're not. I don't like.
Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da.
Like
Let's
it's
go.
disappointing.
Dude, I was like really excited to see if they would bring up like the menu with the stars, but instead it
That'd
would
have
be
been so
moons.
great.
That
Yeah.
would have been fucking hilarious. I would have
But-
just died laughing at that.
Yeah, but every boss rematches are fun. But anyway, darker side. So none of the Brutals were there, but you get to refight Mama Brood in the moon. By the way, if you just go
Yeah.
back to the very guy.
Yeah.
But there you get to fight all the Brutals and the Robo Brutals. They're the same
Mhm.
thing, but with moon gravity.
Oh,
And
not
you get to fight the Robo one with Hammer Bros instead.
which is cool.
Instead,
I liked it. Was a pretty good rematch. and
Do I think that one's easier in my opinion?
Yeah, but
I agree because you can just
it's the
spam it.
same. It's the same thing, really. You only get one health bar, but there's one heart you can pick up before Robo Bird. And that's
Yeah.
it. Not too hard, though, I think.
It's pretty tame.
You get one of my favorite outfits for beating it, the King's Crown.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The, royal outfit.
Ooh, I wear like the Bowser outfit with the King's crown. That's what I did.
I
Oh,
believe,
I see.
though, there was one thing
So
we
long,
didn't
King Bowser.
mention about Peach's Castle. We missed a thing.
What?
Mr. Yosh.
Oh,
Mr.
Yoshi!
Yes!
Yoshi!
How did we miss Yoshi?
On the top of the
returned,
moon.
He has returned from Mario 64, and you can actually interact with him now.
You can capture him.
Capture him, and it's great.
And he can do
Um,
tongue-based wall jumps and climbs. He can flutter jump and just be Yoshi, and you get to run around and eat fruit. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
One of the few
just
captures you can just run around like
overall
Mario.
fun.
with.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just,
But-
it's good.
Dark Side. Okay, so Dark Side, other than the boss fight, there's the bonus rooms. The bonus rooms are the hardest in the game. That's not in a good way, though, because they're just previous ones, but like, lol, do this without Cappy, or lol, do it with Yoshi. Basically the same things, is what I mean.
Right.
And
But there's one that you have to run away from a bonsai bill and do
Easy.
8 perfect log jumps in.
It's
I think
easy.
it took me longer than Darker Side. Probably
Why?
didn't, actually, but it took me a really long time to do.
It's easy.
It just felt like forever.
It's easy.
It's stupid.
I
don't like
shit
it.
on Rad about that all the time, and he shits on me for not being able to beat Dark Side very fast.
Darker
Yes.
Side.
So, or Darker
But
Side. Yeah.
I don't actually take me that long. It just took me a long time, and I hated it. Anyway, yeah, that's and then there's the hint moons, which I've been avoiding talking about the entire time.
because
They're
we can.
the worst part of the game.
Yes.
And basically, it gives you this vague picture. It gives you a stupid hint, or it shows like Poochie digging up something in a very non-specific spot in a kingdom, and it just says basically, "Lol, go there and ground pound." Now, there's
Yep.
usually there's just one per kingdom. That's not every kingdom, so it's fine. Except Darkside, there's 10 of them.
Yeah, it's.
I'm okay with the hints. They're a cool idea, but the problem
I
is
do.
that you use them
Terrible execution. They give you
Yeah.
no information on where they are.
And it's just kind of annoying to just go to other
you have
kingdoms
to
and
look
then
them up.
come all the way back.
too much. Oh, I use lock.
and
It
Oh,
kind of
also
ruins your
look at them
flow.
again. Yeah.
Also,
kinda
if
ruins
you're
your
reading a
flow.
walkthrough, you have to look at the hint art first before ground pounding in this
I
spot.
know. I hated
Otherwise,
that.
it doesn't
do?
count. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you
because I
serious?
missed reading one of them in Darkside, so I'm like, why is this one not coming up when I looked them up? So I had to go back there and make sure I read all of them because I missed one.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Anyway, yeah, Darkside sucks. It's not terrible, I guess, but whatever. But at this point, I bought all my moons, and I was at 996 because the last level, Darker Side, which you need 500 access, is the Champion's Road of the game. I knew this from Spark, and it gives you one multi-moon for beating it. And Darker Side is easy.
It's
No,
not easy.
it's not easy.
Okay,
Right.
it's not.
Rad
it's
cheated
pretty
and
hard.
Rad cheesed a section, and that's.
It
really
wasn't a hard section though. I saw footage of it. It was pretty easy.
It slowed me up a couple times the first few goes.
Yeah,
and
but
I
you
I
took
was
took
it
me
easy.
like 40 times tries to beat it. I sucked at it.
Okay, but Darker Side is one of the easier ones of those bonus levels, but it's not that bad, really.
It's not
It's
too
pretty
bad
hard.
once you know what you're doing. It's
Oh, yeah.
challenging.
I didn't
That's
know what
it
I was
meant
doing.
to do.
Oh, that's
know.
nice, Rad.
You use a lot of the main transformations. It changes music, and it's just a very.
I cheesed the level.
I think I cheesed one part. I thought that was how you were
cheesed
supposed to
one
do it.
section.
No.
I thought that's how you were supposed to do it.
What did he cheese?
Huh, I wonder.
Okay,
I wonder what.
Okay,
all
you
of
know the moving block part, where you have to throw Cappy on like the scarecrow, and it makes the wall blocks come out.
Yeah.
Since it moves that block up, I was like, oh, so what I thought you had to do was use the homing attack and stand on top of that block, and that's what I did every time. But
No.
that's not what you were supposed to do, and that just lets you skip the section.
It's
and there's
the,
something
it's the
you can
world
do-
records tactic.
I tried doing that
And there's
once,
something you can do
but
with Glide On that
I
lets you
couldn't
skip to
do
the
it.
Bowser part, and you
Yeah.
can skip like, a few parts.
Yeah.
If you continuously shake the controller, you can
Which
just
you
keep
might
making it
want to
glide
do
upward.
because there's a part with laser beams. That,
Oh god, that section was.
That's the
beans.
one. That was the hardest part.
Yeah.
That section is such beans.
But still, the level is totally beatable. I did it
I
in
have
4
6
tries.
life and he likes to kill me.
But it's still really hard. It's just I just think it was probably I think 3D lands might have been the easiest, but just by a little bit. That one toad jump is the only thing that makes it really really hard.
I never saw the toad
That
jump.
stupid jump. Okay, there's just one part in that level in 3D land where there's just a toad on a one singular platform and like the furthest jump you make, and you just have to bounce off his head. And
Yep.
it's so ridiculously hard. That's the hardest part of that level because it's just above
Do
the
you
pit.
have do you have the Tanuki suit? Did you do
Tanuki
that?
suit does not make it much better.
Oh really? Huh.
Yeah, because you still it helps a lot, but you still need to bounce perfectly on his head with a lot of momentum to get high enough and far enough.
What do you mean by this? Like, there's a Tanuki suit and it helps you out?
Yeah, in 3D land.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
No.
No.
Anyway, yeah, Darkest Side wasn't that bad. You get to the end, and you go into the first capture you used, which was the frog. You start climbing up a tower, then you
Yep.
start climbing up
Cappy
normally.
gets some dialogue that kind of makes you tear up, and you're like,
It's
"Oh
very,
man, this
I
game
didn't
was
tear up
great."
because I'm not a baby, but it's very emotional. And you get to hear the music box version of Cascade Kingdom / the main theme as you
Yeah.
collect the last moon in the game.
It's really nice. It's just like, man, this was a fucking great game.
This is a perfect game. But now there's one more thing we can talk about before we get into that, and that is the 100% reward.
Oh yeah.
So
Right.
I'm not sure what you get from 999 moons. I'm not sure what you get from every mission, but I think if you get all the moons in general, first thing you unlock is a harder version of the final boss in the Moon Kingdom,
Yep. I haven't
which
thought
you
that
can
way
do.
yet.
And if you beat that, you get a postcard that looks really nice, and I like it.
And you get a
That's
hat
a
on
nice
top of
little
Peach's
throwback.
So
castle.
it's like sunshine. Nope, that's for. Oh yeah, the Odyssey sale also turns gold if you get all those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you get 999 moons, there is now a hat on top of Peach's castle.
Mhm.
It's top hat, and it's pretty funny. But you go up there and throw Cappy on it, and there's fireworks.
Mhm.
And I think you get a star on your file in the file select for getting 999. So overall, it really, I think it's not what we need to talk about here is after I did this, I made sure I did everything after I
Right.
did the 100% reward. So I checked the Game Explained video. I'm like, okay, yeah, I did do everything. And I just saw these comments being like, are you kidding me? This is worse than Sunshine's reward. And that's the hardest game to 100% in video game history. Those blue coins, man! Those blue coins!
It's one
Did
of
you
the
see?
cases.
Did you see the blue coin? We had to like fight like 10 people in real life, but if you die in the game, you die in real life to get a blue coin? It's so crazy, man! It's crazy! Some call me Johnny said it, so it's true that blue coins are insane. I know because some call me Johnny said it. It's true.
Yeah,
But what
I
you
think
have to
this is
remember-
one of those cases where the journey itself is the reward.
That is the thing, because all of these games, including Sunshine, are amazing, and they're all just beautifully designed games that are just such a joy to play that you just want to 100% them just for going the extra mile.
Yep.
And in a way, the game appreciates that just by, even if it's a postcard or whatever, it just appreciates what you did.
And this is one. Okay,
It just
here's
acknowledges you and the effort you went into. And that's
here's the
great.
thing. I don't usually 100% games very often.
I don't
I'm,
either.
I'm one of those people where it's just like, oh, it's too much work. I'd rather not.
Right.
I'd rather get on to some other game and do that. But this game, I was just kind of like, yeah, I want to keep playing this.
I've
Oh,
done
yeah,
it for all the
same here.
3D
I don't want to be
Marios.
done. I don't want to be done with this game yet.
I've
And
done it
it's
for all the
just-
3D Marios, except 3D World. I haven't done the final Mystery House because it's really hard, and also Champions Road. But I'm gonna do that soon, and
Okay.
it's just so worth it because all of these games are so fun, and Odyssey in specific is such a beautifully crafted game, and I love it to pieces. And I'm so happy this game exists, and we just didn't
Honestly,
get New Super Mario Bros. Switch or 3D
Yeah.
World, 3D Land
3D World 2.
3.
Yeah.
3D Land. No, not 3D World 2, 3D Land 2.
my verdict
Right.
on Odyssey is that it would be perfect if there weren't hit moons. Other than that, it's perfect.
I give it my final score of Fennepenis.
I give it more than a fin of penis.
I
Okay,
give it
actually,
a perfect
speaking
out
of
of
that,
10.
I don't know why, but I had this dream tonight. I don't know what just triggered this to happen, but I had this dream where Gerard was talking on stream about something. I was watching a stream for some reason, and he was like, "Yeah, there was this guy at Retropalooza, and he asked me to say finna penis," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And he was talking about it. And I don't remember all the details, but he's like, "Yeah, that guy was a fucking asshole." And I was like, "Jesus, okay."
You also told him to play
I still
Bubsy
feel-
2 on Game Boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Pretty sure that
anyway,
part was more forgettable.
just like the game in general, even though I've done everything and I'm not playing it anymore, obviously, because I did everything. It's just like I'm always thinking about it and always like
Yeah.
wanting to talk about it because it's just such an amazing game. And I'm so happy it exists and we all got to experience. Whether it be the hype that led up to it, and that one night I couldn't sleep because of the hype. No, just kidding, that didn't happen, kind of. Or just like everything, all the ideas, all of the speculation, and just the game we got is so perfect.
it
And
was worth
if
the
I
wait.
if I actually had to give a serious score for it, it would definitely be a 10 out of 10. Anything
It's a
below a 9
masterpiece.
is just sacrilegious.
I can
Screw you,
maybe
Jared.
understand. I can understand a 9. Like, it
I
has
would
problems.
understand.
It has the
It
imp
moves.
moves. It has some glitches here and there.
Oh, we didn't talk about motion
Some that you
controls.
have to go out of your way to do. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
controls.
motion controls, minor, but they're annoying.
Yeah, and plus the prompts are also really annoying. I believe turning off motion controls will make the prompts go away, but
like it.
even then, it still is a little annoying.
There are some points where I required, like, there's one gap of like a Goomba stacking that you need to do the Goomba
It's-
shake to get past.
It's pretty rare when the game forces you to motion controls.
Yeah.
Wait, you have to do the Goomba shake in order to do something?
Yeah, like
I have
There's
never
just
had that
some,
happen.
There's some of the captures where you have to do like a shake, but other than that, it's pretty rare when
Like,
Like
you
the
for
bullet
example-
bills are pretty much essential to having shake controls.
I don't think you need them for any moons, but I don't know, but it's
oh
way
no,
easier.
no. Sand.
Oh yeah,
Kingdom,
there's that one that
moon.
has a really far away moon.
Yeah, you need the shake for that one.
Yeah.
Not to
I-
mention, you need to do like some complicated method to get the bullet bill over there too.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I know that one. That one's
That was
okay.
fun. I
that
liked
one,
it.
though,
It made me
because I
feel
was like,
creative.
yeah, strategy.
Overall, it's a perfect game.
It really
I love
is.
it
Like,
so much.
there's nothing that really comes close to it. Nothing I've experienced like it. Like,
Everyone is always up their ass about Nintendo, being like they only do it for money. You know, Ubisoft they're like pure. Nintendo only does stuff for the money, or how Nintendo's 50 years behind everyone else. They're still 80. Nintendo's never made a good game. They are a babby game. They need to shoot gun more.
yeah.
Just whatever you
They
want to
need more
say,
shoot.
but I'm sorry, but I don't think anyone
Say
can
what
make a
you
game
will
like
about
them.
Nintendo, but Mario Odyssey is a fucking masterpiece.
If I was
Yeah,
to talk about my favorite 3D platformer, it would be SpongeBob for Bikini Bottom because of nostalgia.
Really?
Second place
Oh,
would be
nostalgia.
Mario Odyssey.
Just for
yes.
nostalgia purposes.
Just
Yeah.
for nostalgia.
But
SpongeBob was my Mario 64.
it is a great game, though, SpongeBob. But
Never played it.
it's really fun 3D platformer.
It's like Banjo Kazooie and Sunshine Had a Baby.
Yeah, but we've stayed on topic a lot more in this episode than usual. And
Well,
we've
that's
gone
because
on, we've gone on a
That's because this is such a good game.
So much to
something
say.
we want to talk about.
and something
Yeah.
we really wanted to talk about. No one cares about the
The
Nintendo,
Nintendo Switch
What's a
doesn't have
Switch?
too much out yet, so it was kind of weird. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, but it's such a beautiful game. I'm sorry, but
This is if nobody has had an excuse to get a Switch, now is the time.
yeah, but
Because
anyway, just
Odyssey
No one-
is
Yeah.
just
This is the number one reason to get a Switch. This is worth
It's-
$360.
it's rare you see a game just like capture the charm like Nintendo does, and like I think Gerard touched on that in his video, which made me very happy.
nobody invests you into a world more than Nintendo does. And if I have to quote
Have any-
Donkey on one thing that he's right about, Nintendo, they don't know how to run a business. They don't know how to fucking use marketing, but they do know how to make a fucking video.
I know
game.
how to use marketing. Have you seen the Switch?
I know they do
They don't know
now.
how to
They've
use it
learned.
last year.
They've learned
They don't
from
know how
the
to use
Wii
it for
U,
the Wii
but
U.
they do know how to make video games.
What? Oh, yeah. Have any of you seen Mark Brown's Game Maker's Toolkit?
No.
I have not.
It's a great analysis video. It's about I think 10 or 20 minutes long, and what he talks about for Mario Odyssey is how
Oh,
it
sorry.
uses every single one of Nintendo's philosophies to make such a perfect game.
Wow.
They really have. Just every level, every moon, everything has something for you to like do.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the normies. They're gonna continue playing their CODs of Duties and their Assassin's Creeds or whatever. But like, well, you can go do that, man. But I'll just be here playing the best game of all time, Mother 3. Also Mario Odyssey.
Oh, Brad, Spark, talk about the story when you were at the midnight release of Mario Odyssey and that one person who
Oh,
pre-ordered.
yes, I did talk about this. This was the funniest shit. Okay, so I was sitting there waiting for my copy of Odyssey, and so were a bunch of other people behind me. And this guy, he's not really holding anything. He doesn't look very excited because everybody else around him has like cappies and like fucking Mario hats and shit.
And his face is a pure joy.
And yeah, just excitement all around. And this guy, he's sorting out the things in the back, and he comes up and he's like Assassin's Creed, and everybody behind him is just like, and he's walking away with
Assassin's Creed Origins when
He's walking away with Assassin's Creed Origins. He's like, "Hey guys, look at this nerd with Assassin's Creed Origins," and everyone just starts laughing at him.
Well, then again, I was gonna say, why would anyone ever go to the midnight release for Assassin's Creed? But wasn't Origins meant to actually be good or whatever? Because they actually took a year
Origins
off.
is pretty good actually. From what I've heard, it's better than most.
Yeah,
Assassin's
maybe they
Odyssey's
should take
better
a
than-
year off more.
Yeah.
Maybe they shouldn't make them yearly releases, and they should
Yeah, just
stop
notice
doing
how
that.
Assassin's Creed quality. Like, not that every game was great, But notice how it just especially went downhill when they started doing yearly releases.
Yeah, and then like Origins
Rushing
wasn't.
a game is always bad. Just don't do it.
And it kind of
Miyamoto,
panders to normies too when you do that.
Yeah.
a rushed game is always bad, but a
And
delayed
then you
game
look at
is
things like
eventually
Odyssey,
good.
because that took... How many years was it since 3D World? When did that come out?
Like 4 years.
Yeah, because Odyssey began its development right after 3D World. Like, directly after. Once they were done with 3D World, they're like, okay, where do we take the formula now? What do we do with this game?
It was what Miyamoto said. It was like a rushed game is always bad, but a delayed game
is eventually good.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Which is not the
Wise
case with
man.
Ukulele. But either way,
You're right. That game sucks.
it has its flaws for sure. But I don't think
It's also not the case with Mighty Number 9.
Oh yeah, that got... How many times did
Okay,
that
that
get
game.
delayed?
Okay, say what
That
you
was
want about
just bad.
ukulele, but it's not. I wouldn't call it terrible.
Yeah, it's
but,
not terrible.
My number
Mighty
9 is
Number 9,
definitely
though.
terrible.
No, Mighty Number 9 is just bad.
Complete garbage.
I think there's like a very vocal minority of people who like that game.
Oh, some people like it or say it's okay.
That is
They're
one game
wrong.
I always forget about.
Yeah, you're
Ukulele always stays in my mind about Kickstarter games that turned out okay, but I never ever remember Mighty Number 9. That's how forgettable the game was.
You know what was
So-
also forgettable?
What?
Mario Sunshine. Those blue coins, man.
That's not very forgettable. That's
Remember that blue coin you had to beat Dark Souls with the keyboard controls to get? That was crazy.
Remember that blue coin where you had to beat Mega Man 3 on the Game Boy with bongo controllers to get?
Remember that time you had to beat I'm trying to think of something. Oh, remember that time you had to beat Kaizo Mario with the dance mat from the PS1? That was crazy. And
Dude,
no
that was
save
crazy.
states.
It was crazy when you had to beat Mario 64 with a Guitar Hero controller. What the frick? Simple
And those
Flips
were just
did that, and my
for 4
God,
blue
he's a...
coins. That's half of one
Remember the time
shine.
when you have to win an Overwatch competitive match for bananas? That was crazy.
Remember that
Dude.
time you had to play a League game with League's community to get a blue coin?
Finally caught a Simple Flip stream. He tried for 15 minutes to figure out how to spin Bowser with a Guitar Hero controller. Great entertainer he is.
Yep.
That actually happened. He sat there for 15 minutes. He's like, "How the fuck do you do this?" And he's like trying
did
to
it, though.
figure out how to spin
First try,
Bowser,
idiot.
and he actually did it.
Yep.
He's like, and it actually was first try because he never dropped Bowser. He's
Yep.
like, "First try, idiot." But overall, Odyssey is just it's an experience. And if you ever have the opportunity to get
Absolute
into it,
necessity.
absolutely, by all means, go
I
for it.
believe most GameStops have demos of it, so if you still don't have a Switch,
Yeah, if
Give
you're
it a shot.
if
Give
you're
it
on
a
the
shot at
fence,
demo.
give it a try of the demo and see if
Yeah.
you really
Like-
enjoy it.
I told my friend to play it as soon as possible, and he was like, "Okay, I tried it out. I gotta say, this isn't the Mario game I want. It's too linear." I'm like,
What?
"What game were
No.
you playing?"
Were you playing Sonic Forces? What
Sonic
game were you
Forces.
stuck with?
Is that all we want to say?
I
think
think
so.
we're done. I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
really
How long
all that
was
there
this?
is to say. This was about
How
2
long
hours.
was this episode?
This was
An
about
hour,
2
like-
hours.
oh,
Yeah, but there's a few other things I want to say. Graphics beautiful, obviously.
oh yeah,
It's one of the prettiest games on the Switch.
Aesthetics are really
People
It
nice.
complain
also-
about the really easy moons. That's not a big deal.
Oh,
I don't see why
it
people
stays
care
at a
that much.
consistent 60
Jared.
FPS for the most part, which is good.
Yes, for the
But
most part.
it does drop its resolution from time to time. just
But
to
it's really rare when that
accommodate.
happens.
Yeah,
I don't know about rare, but it certainly is. It happens, but it's
really
not too
rare
big of a
when-
deal.
It's not even noticeable.
I believe is it 900p docked?
It's
or is
960.
it- Oh,
It's-
okay.
I think.
it's 1080p, and then I think it's like 960 when the resolution drops.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is the end of the episode, but I have not announced our next episode topic. I just said it was going to be Mimi. So this is going to be the first time they're going to hear it, and everyone else is going to hear it.
Oh no!
Next week, tune in for the third episode of Undercooked podcast on Naruto.
What? We're doing
Featuring Subsonic.
Good night,
Sparkle.
everybody.
I
I
mean,
talked a
that's
lot,
okay.
so I guess I'm ending it. Good night.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And this is
Subscribe to
Undercooked.
everyone except Ethan.
Until he makes a new video.
Yeah, his laptop broke, by the way. He's borrowing his
Yeah.
family computer. We didn't know how we were going to record this.
So I won't be able to make videos until years from now. So wonderful.
Years?
Well,
Years.
computers are expensive, and I don't have a
Get a
good.
friggin' cheap one. No one wants to be stuck with your Sonic Mania video.
Yeah, but I need a good PC to actually be able to record something good.
Let's get a meh emoji one.
Yeah. There's one that I got like a couple years ago. That's like
It just
$500.
works.
It's really
It
nice.
just works. Yeah, just get one like that.
Okay, I'll try to find like a $200 or $300 one, I guess.
Yeah.
If
Anyway,
you want that, then you're going pretty low tier. Low tier
God.
cringe, you know what I'm saying?
No, well,
but
I
still
mean,
usable.
Yeah, it's still
You
usable.
can still play some like surface level games, so that's neat.
I just have always wanted a $500 PC, so no.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway, that's all we
Good
got,
night.
ladies and gents.
See you guys on Naruto.
Yep.
I'll be sure to do my
Bye.
Naruto run.
Mhm.